Judge Sims, bless up yourself. I hope you don't sue me for copyright infringement. We not go play that one, yeah. We not. Is it one? This was the original, or this was? No. You know, you're right. Me not go play it. It don't make sense. But guys, as I said before, there is no directive by the government not to keep any Christmas party. That is simply not true.
Hold on.
That is simply not true. No directive by the government to put any ban on any Christmas party. Only within the government ministries. So anybody, all Christmas party is still a go. Just that. As we said, this is why when the Prime Minister speaks of a war and misinformation, these are the things. These are the things. I don't understand how a simple and can turn out to be all of a sudden everybody want to go viral, because guess what? It is easy. It is easy to go viral when you come and you say something negative. You can build your platform. I see a gentleman who come from England, well spoken, build a platform. All he did was come out and started to cuss the government of Jamaica. All he did was come on here every day and tell people how he's getting these videos and images of post Melissa destruction, where people were crawling over dead bodies and dead bodies are piled up to the roof and go. That's all he did. And he built his platform on that. Just the negativity, the lies. We have to stop allow people to ride, to take away our brain power with these negative. Negative. Yesterday the government went to St. Elizabeth, the very same St. Elizabeth where them about say, oh, government I come take away your land and this and government went to this government went to the same St. Elizabeth and handed out over 700 titles of land title. Over 700. The very same St. Elizabeth. And I'm going to tell you, some of the time, we can actually have good conversations, you know. And, well, let me share my life with Ingram. The other morning, I was sparring with Ingram for a brief moment. Somebody share the life with Ingram for me. I bring him back. And him started a conversation that I think we need to continue.
It's
right?
So sad that.
Right, so when he come back, let me see if he come join me so we can continue. Come, brother Ingram.
If we that
right?
If you
but
all that peak,
we can have informed conversation and social media. Bro, and people, that's what we are going geared towards now. So I'm not really in no argument with PNP supporters. When we come here to give people information. Right? So that is one bit of information from yesterday. Land titling process continue. And this measure in giving out this land, it would not be something that was put together yesterday. This ceremony is not something that put together after Melissa. This would be something that was in place before Melissa. This is something that would have been in plan, in train for a long time. And it now materialized and go through now. This is not the first and it will not be the last titling ceremony that is taking place under this government. Because this government has been the leadership role. It has played the leadership role in giving people titles for their land. Now, I said I was going to find shame.
One's a lion France here right now and you see it. Just surprise my mom. Double dog, double surprise dog. One lion France here dog, 1 2 3. 1, 2. You see me, bro? See, you know, so me not
Right?
understand
I said I was gonna find this thing and read it,
even
but
though we have
years
a
ago,
rivalry that
years ago, there was a
you see me, you just
land scandal under the PMP.
You should be doing the right cause much you see me that.
So I was waiting for, there you go. So it's something that has been in the works for a long time. Let me see. I got through these. Furniture scandal, shell waiver scandal, foreign exchange scandal, motor vehicle scandal, land distribution scandal. Right, so let me read to you now what was the land distribution scandal at the PMP. I want to understand. Dr. Strange, I see you come. The land distribution scandal, and we are going to talk about who means so good when it comes to land now. The land scandal and industries in the distribution of land in Holland, St. Elizabeth in 1994. People who had been settled on a land under the land lease program in the 70s. And by the way, the land lease program actually started way before the 70s. Were disposed to make room for approved PMP activists. Notable among them a PMP member of parliament who was allotted 30 acres of land of his choice. Again, you know, 30 acres. He was given 30 acres. He was a PMP member of parliament and he was given 30 acres of his choice. So him, as a PMP member of parliament, has first choice of the best parts of the land and he took it. These are the same people who come every day and tell us that this government has got thief land. You know, I have always maintained that if there is one thing you can count on PMP to do, is accuse you of whatever they are doing. So that was just a synopsis of what was called the land distribution scandal back then. So they were supposed to give the land to the settlers, but instead they took it for themselves. And them say one I can tell you about land. So this government has been at the forefront of land distribution. No, I am also one of the first I will admit that the hurricane has that very many people do not own the land. Well, bless up yourself, Amalo, that they'll occupy for generations, thinking that they own it, but they don't. There are many people, even in Westmoreland, that are collecting rent for land that they don't own. Many people whose homes got destroyed were built on land they don't own. And that is something that is gonna have to be fixed. Because guess what? As much as you know might think it is bad, the government can rebuild your house for you, people. It just can't be done. So now there's gonna have to be some level of parity in the land distribution. Especially, I'm happy to announce that the government have ordered an audit of the lands in Westmoreland, because many people, and by the way, Westmoreland was the who of the scandal at the PMP, Westmoreland. So many people in Westmoreland live and pay rent on land that they don't even know who own it. And it was also pointed out, one of the reasons why so many board structures, board house are in Westmoreland was because people lease the land and you have to build one house where you can move. Because you can lease a piece of land today and tomorrow somebody can take you up and fight. Right? So, gentle people, we have a whole heap of issue in Jamaica. Whole heap of issue, and there have been issues for generations. They never started the issue in 2016 when Andrew Holness win. They have been there for generations. But it is now that these issues are being addressed. It is now they are being addressed. And that is what we have to look. We have to look forward and hold the government, hold my government accountable. That they will leave land situation the way them find it. I have to hold my government accountable for that. That when Andrew Michael Holness tenure is finished, more people in, well, it already on that way, but it need to go way further. More people in Jamaica will own lands than ever before. And that is the number one mission we have now. Lots of people, lots of them during the last 10 years has been able to get them title, has been able to have a little piece of paper where them can pass and give them children, right? Because there is no greater source of generational wealth than land ownership. Home ownership. That is generational wealth. When you name the pan a piece of title, your bloodline will always be prosperous because you have somewhere to go from, right? So the land distribution will continue. Since over the last 5 weeks, the government has implemented quite a number of post-Melissa response initiatives. Lots of them. The major one is the NHT, the National Housing Trust, that has made grants and loans available. Grants and loans available. Right? So, if you were affected by Hurricane Melissa, and you are a mortgager or you are related to a mortgager, you can apply for a $500,000 grant from the National Housing Trust. For those of you who don't know, and I'm talking people like Alvaro and them people, a grant is a gift. Is money that you don't have to repay. So initially, the government is giving you $500,000 to assist with your home repair. Now, let's just say your house is badly damaged and $500,000 won't do it. They also have a loan, $3.5 million. Now, the $3.5 million you will need to repay. The five, so you can apply for the grant and the loan, so you end up with $4 million. Now, if you go on the website, and this is where you have to teach people, because a person who would have ascribed some level of education to, have read the NHT site where it says 500,000 per collaterals. And those persons would have run off with the notion that collaterals mean you have to go pay it back. But for this purpose, the term collateral meant damage assess, right? So do not allow people to misinform you about these things. It is a simple fact. So that is one. Recently, there has been many celebrations. I've seen many celebrations of people. The students at the student loan has been given $100,000 cash by the Student Loan Bureau. If you're a student and you're affected by Hurricane Melissa, you would have probably, if you don't see it by now, you need to check. But you are getting back $100,000 to get you back on your feet and ready for school. Those are post-Melissa response initiative of your government. I saw a letter that says that the World Central, the government has given now go find it. I don't want to misquote the number, but let me see if I can find it. But I know World Central Kitchen has gone over 1 million meal provided. 1 million meal provided. Yeah, man, I mentioned the title a while ago. RJ. Chuck, explain please. Hanjo, I give the people them time. Alright, that's a funny spelling. I will just that's it. That's up there, sir. Tickling. Right? Tickling. I mean, invite the young lady that said she can come talk to me for a second. Right, I was trying to find the letter, but I know World Central Kitchen has gone over 1 million meals provided. 1 million provided so far. Well, I'm trying to find a letter by the. There should be. I don't know if the website. Let me check if the website is up and running, where you can now find the amount of care packages that has been handed out. I don't want to quote the incorrect number for that, because PS people here will jump on it and say, see them. No. But it was released recently, the amount of care packages that was distributed by the government. Now, again, I spoke on this recently, and I'm going to mention it again. There are videos circulating of people collecting the meal from World Central Kitchen and are not happy with the presentation. So them set out to feed it to dogs and then video it. And I'm saying to you people, if you don't like it, there are people around that want it. If you get something where you don't like, you can simply hand it back to the person them and say, we don't like this. We don't like this. Can you give us something else, or we wait until another day? But don't that's where the food and feed dog and then video it and people are come here, they say, oh, you do good. No. That is the height of ungratefulness. That action is the height of ungratefulness. When people left them yard are struggling, you know how early them people are, most people they left their yard for weeks now. Most of the volunteers come from overseas. They left their yard for weeks now. They out here are prepare meals and you take it on a course. If you don't like what is prepared, it is disrespect, Rose Makala. The height of disrespect. If you don't like what is being prepared, just don't take it. I'm not saying you have to love it and eat it, but if you don't like it, don't take it. Don't take it. Simple, move on. One day them will come with something you like, then you can take that and eat it. But nobody come and say, oh, I'm throwing it down. No. People left them here. People out there volunteer. People have put out the best they can. And if you don't appreciate it, remember, this is not the last hurricane season we are going to face. More difficult. And when you do this to people are going to look and say, boy, Jamaica may not go back out there. Don't because them are going to say Jamaica is some of the most ungrateful. Yeah, people like that, boy, that's how we hype. No, that is not hype. When you hype, take free food from people. When you hype, take free food from people. So it can't be that you hype. It cannot be that you hype. Once you collect the free food and you hype, you hype. Right? So if you hype, take free food. So if the people them are come with food and you don't like what is prepared that day, don't take any. There you go, Jamaica man. There you go. Right? If that is the situation, take it and give it to the dog, and then you're going to video it, and then you're going to have an audience, you're going to applaud you. No, that is the heights of ungratefulness. It is disrespectful, and it is showing a bad light on everybody else. Because I've always said this, the persons that are enjoying the food, you won't see them on social media. You won't see them on social media. I do anything. But it's the like 2% of the people them. And then you say I feed food to dog and people are celebrate them. That is nothing to celebrate. Right, so I said before, World Central Kitchen has surpassed over, I think they're supposed to be well over a million meals by now. A week ago, they passed a million, so they should be well over that by now, and that is good. The delivery package continue. I am trying to find the page that mentioned it, but they have passed well over. I don't want to quote a number. I don't want to. And the packages are being distributed right across the island. And these are government packages, right? Government, not artists, not TikTokers, but government. Dolphin Squid, good afternoon, my dear. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. It's so good of you to join me.
Okay, what's up?
Yeah. They are going to pass out information to the people, you know.
What information you're passing on?
But I realized the government had a titling ceremony in St. Elizabeth yesterday, and I know that you would have been a part of several of these 2 years ago. Several of these, you would have not only been a part, you would have been in charge of organizing these ceremonies. 2 trucks just passed me with medical stuff heading to the race. Okay, she's all right, very bad. I remember that the Chinese ship is also down there. So, thank you for the government is setting. So, you would have been a part of organizing these titling ceremony, right? And the fact that we have, hold on, first question. How long would these take to organize one of these ceremonies?
You mean the adjudication committees?
Yes, from organization to the actual ceremonies of handing out the properties. How long would that take?
But first you have to organize it will take maybe a month or a little over a month to do the whole organization. Depends on when. So normally we do like a month and then set up the committee. We have to get in contact the MPs, get different individual in the community, surveyor, justice of the peace, an attorney, to basically make up the panels of the person who would be adjudicating. So it takes a while depending on how quick you get through to the individuals. But I would say 6 to 8 weeks to set up the whole community, gets in the organization to set up the committee.
Okay, so the ceremony that took place yesterday now, it would have to be in the works before Melissa.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Right. So what I seen at St. Elizabeth yesterday, it wasn't a hurry come up thing. It was something that was in the works way before Melissa. So again, by comparison, since 2016, the Andrew Holness-led administration has issued out more land titles than any government in the previous 20 years in terms of numbers. Right? These are the discussion that needs to be had when people are talking about thief land. These are the discussion that even the party that led government for 18 years unbroken never hand out as much land titles as this government did in 10 years. And when we say, as we say, we don't guess information here. There's a young lady here that actually work in that system.
And also remember that even setting up the committee, each individual on the committee has to be gazetted, which means it has to be advertised. There's a whole process to set up the committee. You have to call the committee members, get their approval to be on they have to have a certain years of service. You have to get approved. It has to be gazetted, which means it has to be advertised. The advertisement, they have to be advertised twice in the Gazette. So it's not a month and then it's done. To set up the committee takes at least 2 months itself. To set the meetings is going to take even longer time because you have to find venues for the meeting. Then you have to coordinate time to ensure that each committee member is available for these dates. You have to. It takes time. It's not an overnight process.
There you go. So what I'm saying now, guys, is that the ceremony that took place yesterday was not a reaction to Hurricane Melissa, but it was something that was already in the works. It's just a continuation, right? So these things, when you see them, it's not a reaction. It is work that is continuing, right? And again, this is how we create generational wealth. When you have
I have a question for the young lady up top. So earlier, I was talking to someone who was talking about how long does cycling takes to process. How long does this whole process had to have happen for 700 and something people to receive their title? How long is the average one of these persons processing are taking over this period of time? How long has this been in the works?
All right. So for the adjudication process, it's a bit different. So you know how I said you have to have proof. You have to have proof of ownership. It's the same with this, except that for the government, they went around and they did this mass survey, which is called cadastral mapping, right? So for the cadastral mapping, you basically the survey that you would have gotten from a certified surveyor, the government did that for you, right? So the cadastral mapping is like your survey diagram. If you don't have a survey diagram for yourself, but at the adjudication meeting, when you come to meet, it's like a mini court setting. You have an attorney, you have a justice of the peace, you have a commission land surveyor, and you have, it's 5 members, 5 or 6 members. You have a committee, a member of the community. You understand? So when you come to these adjudication hearing, normally you come to you come the first one, you give your evidence. Sometimes they don't come with enough evidence. Then it's normally like you come, say you come in January for your first hearing, and you did not bring sufficient proof. You're not gonna have a hearing in the same month. So maybe the other month, or maybe the other month, because remember, these hearings are done in all 14 parishes. So it's depending on availability of time and availability of the members, right? So it's not a one and go process. You understand? You come, you give your evidence of how you own the property. This might be your conveyance, your deed, your probate, whatever it is. They ask you, do you have persons who can validate that you are the owner? Do people with a 40-year history to say, yes, I know Tom Stroke hold the property, yes, Tom Strokes has been living here, whatever the case. If you have those persons with you, right, then on that day, if a decision is made.
Hold on, Squid. Somebody asking how I don't introduce you to the people. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my land distribution professional. My name is Squid. My land distribution
First of all,
professional.
let's make this clear.
Let me introduce myself.
Hold on, my sister. Let's make this clear. This is my sister that was on my live just now. And Truck, like some people call him Truck, went into her inbox and asked if she can come on this platform and have the same discussion. This is my sister. Go ahead and introduce herself, my sister.
So I'm a paralegal officer. I am not an attorney. I'm a paralegal officer with experience in registration of property. I used to I was a part of the adjudication committee for the land administration program LAMP some years ago, before it was moved over to the land agency. I'm no longer part of that organization. However, I have a year's experience in what it takes to register the property, right? So as I was explaining, the government some years ago come out with a mandate to do cadastral mapping, is where they do a wide mapping of a parish to where people don't have to do a survey diagram, right? because you would already have mapping and they would be out there with their names and whatever on it to say they are the owner or they are the occupants of this property. Even though there's cadastral mapping, you also need to provide proof of ownership, when it comes right back to whether you have a deed, you have a sale agreement, you have something to prove that you are the occupier of this property for 30 years or more if it's unregistered property. Are we clear?
Well, I'm clear.
So the adjudication hearing will be held in the community, in the parishes. It's like a mini court setting, right? Where you come and you provide your proof to show how you have ownership of this land, right? Based on the information provided, they will then decide, is this person, based on the information provided, the correct owner or occupant of this land? If it is proven without a doubt that you are the occupant of this land, a decision will be made. The decision is like a certificate to say, we have adjudicated on this matter. We, based on evidence provided, we agree that this is the owner, and they will get this certificate that will also go with your title application to the National Land Agency. Now, the committee is a part of the National Land Agency, so therefore, their certificate is considered good proof, because you basically go before the court and tell them, this is my proof. These are my declarants, persons that can state to the fact that, yes, I have been occupying for said number of years. Yes, over the years, these are the people I know to be on the property. And they have proof, if they have proof. You understand what I'm saying?
And I think one of the things that you have to let you know is that the persons who are declaring that they know you on the land have to be what, over 50 years old or
have to be like at least 60. Listen, have to be at least 60 years old. Remember, you cannot, as a minor, make a declarant. 30 years if you are 30 years old. If you have a 30-year occupant, well, that's correct. Because if you are 50, you're gonna be 20 when you can say you know the property, right? Mm-hmm. 30 years is a safe bracket, but I always say, give me at least 40 years. Just to make sure that there's no hiccups. 30 years is good, that's the requirement. But for me, I like to go above and beyond and say, give me 40 years. Do you understand? So the person is like 60 years old and can say, yes, you know, some know Dika Ari? Yeah, man, and Dika Ari been live on this property since whatever.
And they are the only person that you've known to occupy the
exactly.
property.
And please remember, they're gonna get sensitive information for these people. Their name, their age, so you can prove your age, so you are 60. They want proof. And the proof can either be them are gonna ask the person for their birth paper or something to prove, some kind of identification to prove that their age that they're stating is correct. Them TR is gonna be asked. So them not gonna say, me can be 30. I say, yeah, man, you're gonna say me at 60. No, you have to give me proof that you are actually the age that you said you are as a declarant.
Okay? So my friend can just put my name on a list and say, may I make the declaration for them.
No,
okay.
The declarant.
So these are safeguards in place so people don't just thief your land.
Yeah, you can't. Your 20-year-old can't say, "Oh, me and can make the declaration." We can't just tell them say me 60. No, because you have to give documents.
You have to actually prove it.
Age.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So let's say now. Let's say persons in Westmoreland who have been living on land paying rent to people who don't own the land. People in Westmoreland live on lands for generations. I pay rent to somebody, but the person who rent the land don't actually own it. Now, what action could those people take? Now, I know, first of all, the government has ordered an audit of those lands.
Are you asking that the person renting the property does not own but is renting under fraudulent? Because it will be fraudulent. No, please be clear what you're asking, because first of all, you said they don't own, then you said they
don't own it.
Okay, so if they don't
they have let me rephrase. Okay. They have no proof of ownership.
Okay. So if you're
Because
renting
I
from somebody
remember
who has
a
no proof
phrase.
of ownership.
What on the screen? My father used to use a phrase that him said most people back in the days used to do what them call point and seal. Point and seal. That
Which
means
mean them point them finger and said, yeah,
them
that
point them finger say me and sell you from the mango tree there to the apple tree there. And that is the piece of land where you know you own and you pay for it and you never ask for a piece of paper, but you know for generations say your grandmother owned from the mango tree there to that cherry tree there, but there's no proof. And that come up through the ranks for generations until now where the titling is being discussed in a real way. So those people have been paying when for land that the persons that is renting it have no proof of ownership.
God.
What route can they take?
Rich! Yo, I'm gonna rich.
All right. First of all, when you say, you have to clarify what you're saying, because I don't want people to misunderstand me. Are you saying that my grandfather owned a piece of land and he, by word of mouth, said, this is your property?
Yes.
But on the tax certificate, my grandfather depend it as owner?
As owner, yes.
Okay. So in that case,
but your grandfather died 30 years ago.
That's fine, but there's some history to say that the property belonged to a family member of yours. When you pay your taxes, you will see the owner on the tax paper or the tax certificate as per the person. And it's either going to say the estate of John Brown or it's going to say John Brown. Right? For example, my grandfather have a holy Palandaga Blackstone in St. Anne. When you look on the tax paper, it says Cecil Dawson. Okay? That is the name of
the owner. Why are you giving out your grandfather name for the people and go to the land?
Anyways, I mean, I have no interest to go to that land, so if they want to up to them. Anyways, so his name is on that tax paper as the owner. Right? So if, for example, his child or his grandchild is coming to say they want to register the title as you have a generational lineage you can start with. My grandfather, Tom Stokes, owned the land in XYZ years until undisturbed possession of the land until his passing. We don't know, him probably give it to his child, who is my father, owned said land after the passing of my grandfather until XYZ. I took possession in XYZ years and have been undisturbed possession of said land. That is your issue. Right. That's what you're working with.
The term take possession, does that mean physical possession or you can just go farming on the land?
That is also physical possession. Whether or not you're farming the property or you live on the property, once you have some possession, that is possession. For unregistered possession, it must be 30 years uninterrupted. For a property that has title, it must be 12 years uninterrupted. Anybody can pay taxes. Taxes does not mean possession. Taxes does not mean ownership.
And there's a difference between privately owned and government owned.
Yes, that is true.
So if you want to adverse possess a piece of government land.
Government,
If you want to adversely possess a piece of government land, how is that?
Government land is not easily possessed because government can come at any point and tell to come off of them land.
Well, that is true.
You understand what I'm saying? Our government can come anytime until they come off of them land. But for individual own is a 30-year possession. Okay?
30 years, all right. But I thought the government one was about 60 years or 50 years.
Yeah, something like that. How much you have to go be all to possess government land. Think about that. If you are 60 years old, if you're 60 years possession of government land.
Me wait, be patient. Me have one piece of government land where I adversely possess.
Okay.
Me wait.
Okay. As long as I'm not entertaining with that. That's up to you and the government.
This is why this is why I can't, sis. You understand why I'm been single for the longest while now? Because I can't talk to these men who don't want to go they don't want to go seek wealth. They want it to be They want to capture it or handed it to them. You can't bother with that.
So them say they want to capture everything and don't want to pay fees.
And don't want to pay fees. All the women them want to capture too and don't want to pay fees.
Look at them.
I have no time for that.
I have no time.
No.
Are you tuning in from Georgia?
Why would I be in Georgia? I live in New York. Why would I be in Georgia?
I'm just thinking that you're taking a trip, you know. but as we say, by the way, guys, I found the letter I was looking for. No, it's a press release from the Ministry of Social Security. Social Security. It says 3.3 million meals and 340,000 food packages distributed post Melissa relief. So 3.3 million meals. So this come from both private and the government. Royal Central Kitchen and other. 3.3 million meal and 340,000 packages has been distributed so far. Now they have not given a breakdown of where the package go, but let me go a little further. It says the relief tally now stands at 340,000 government issued package. So government issued. So this doesn't count the one from the private individuals. The entertainer who claims that them alone I give a package. 340,000. Now I want you not to tell me, the naysayers, if you tally up all of the entertainers and TikTokers who know praise, I don't think you can get 1,000 package, much less 100,000 between all of them if you tally them up together. Even if you count the one we're saying losing stove and in Starlink, and him don't give a jack shit. Can you get that 340,000 package? Issued food package in addition to 314,000 issued, 314,000 Jamaican across the island. Across 379 communities have been supported by food assistance working group. 3,324,469 hot meal. The figure again, 3,324,469 hot meals has been distributed by a working group up to approximately 190,000 people. Yet, you people come on social media every day and talk about an entertainer artist alone and do it. This is it. Now, again, what I would love them to do, because this is a source of misinformation, is to give a breakdown of parish by parish distribution. Not for the meals, but for the care packages. That for the meal. But I would, this is a start, but I would love for them to break it down a little further and give us parish by parish, constituency by constituency, and let us know. Expose the liars. Start the war upon the misinformation. So guys, anytime I don't hear them online, I say government now do not. Remember, these are the figures that are written in black and white. 340,000 package, 3.3 million hot meals.
So what you're saying then, Chuck, while I encourage us giving back, helping to rebuild Jamaica, are you saying that since Melissa, when pre-Melissa, when all have happened and done and people are planned for this, and after Melissa, post-Melissa, what you're saying is when you see people go out there for optics reason and they 1 and 2 thing, nobody hasn't been back in the community to give back?
No, most of them make a one visit. Now, again, I don't. Those one visits are very important and they are very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. But those one visit only serve to stop a gap. Is the continuous serving of three. I don't know if it's 3 meals 3 times a day or 2 times a day. That Royal Central Kitchen. I know them give out breakfast and they give out lunch. I know they give out breakfast and lunch. Sorry, breakfast and dinner. I don't know about lunch. But is the constant issue, because we've said this from day one, that this relief effort is not a month. It's not gonna take a month, it's not gonna take 2 months. It's gonna take a couple of years before most of these places return to normalcy. So the food distribution, which is the space we are in now, while we assess for the rebuilding, is that the government.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
The government is way out in front of all of these people that are talking. Now, so my time I like to give commercial, you know. So my time I like to give commercial, because there's a gentleman on here, and go by the name Dr. Strange, who come up with some figures out of his ass. To say that government not giving out enough packages in Westmoreland. Now again, first of all, no such figures as in a breakdown as to what parish get what has been made public. When I questioned the origin of his research, he couldn't give me any answer. But these are the information that is running out there, right? So there you have it again, 340,000 packages. And this is only the beginning. This operation is gonna continue, in the words of SSP Lewis, until the God Almighty come and take his earth. So this operation will continue, right? So the government also announced that the money that is collected in the what the name of the website in supportjamaica.org.
Supportjamaica.gov.jm.
The supportjamaica.gov money, which I think stands at somewhere close to 700 million, will be used towards building material, purchasing building material. Okay, so that is where that money is going to be spent. So now, for all of you again, who is on social media every day, when the government recently announced we not start
please let them know
the money
you can't build on squatterland here.
No, you can't.
So all of these people, well, you can build on squatterland, but not with government.
Not with government assistance.
Okay, so all I want to say, oh, me got chief and piece of land and I have no proof of ownership.
I may actually what point?
You cannot get government assistance to build on the land. Don't teach the people them land and think so we'll never get building material.
Exactly.
One point of correction. The Prime Minister did say that 41% of the care packages went to Westmoreland.
41%. No, somebody do some maths to me there. What is 41% of 340,000? Somebody do some maths to me. What is 41% of 340,000?
50% would have been
170.
170.
50% would have been 170.
So take away. So call about 150 of the packages.
But 150,000 packages. So what we're saying, Jenga people, and this is Jenga people, what we're saying is that Westmoreland has been the greatest recipient of care packages from the government. And remember, it is 5 parishes that were devastated. And Westmoreland alone get 41% of the meal. So I know Westmoreland now get the attention in the other 4. And remember now, that is government packages alone. Think of all the other artists and entertainers that went to Westmoreland. Thank you, Sheikah. 41% of the packages by the government went to Westmoreland. 41%. That is at least 150,000, give or take. When we have also St. James, St. Elizabeth, Trelawney, and Hanover.
Chuck, you know, notice that this week in Parliament, you know, hear them bring it up back. Because the Prime Minister...
because the government has threatened to make the information public.
Yeah, so them get scared.
Yes. And I'd like to tell, I welcome, I have 314 people watching on the outside. Welcome. Get the information. 41%. Where is Dr. Strange? Dr. Strange?
Chat, one thing, do you think I get nil or not?
Dr. Strange, come to the front of the class. Because for you, a student, you really don't. You let, boy, I never see somebody disappoint me so much. Never see somebody disappoint me so much. Right? Foresight, my fellow warrior, welcome. Right? But this is what the government say we are going to fight misinformation. This is the misinformation. Nobody now do nothing for Westmoreland because we vote PNP. When Westmoreland has been the largest recipient of care packages by the government in the history of Hurricane Melissa, and it's only one. At least 150,000 of 140,000 packages of 340,000 went to Westmoreland. Now, I think the police need to raid the homes of these members of parliament to see if them have the packages in their home putting down. If the people of Westmoreland are not getting the packages, the government, the police, Mocha need to go down to Westmoreland and raid the homes of these MP. Because listen to me, people. When I'm about to say this, and we don't want to believe the line again. You see, PMP members of parliament, them we make uno suffer if them think it will help them politically.
Y'all think I'm getting ill, guys?
I do not put it past them to actually get the package and hide them down there. And then come and boss and nobody now help them. Now, I remember last week, Shika, you were watching, when the government made the announcement that they were going to make the information public. I remember that everybody from the opposition side shouted out, no, don't do that. I remember they made that outcry, don't do it. But since Melissa, and you're right, Chika, for the first time at the sitting at the House of Representatives, nobody mentioned the care package. And just like NAMA, just like regular PNP debate, they move the goalpost somewhere else. So now the great atrocity is the loan to the JPS. So now that we deal with the package and we deal with the land title, we can discuss JPS a little bit. The government loan to the JPS. The loan that I would like to call the safest money ever lent. Now, I saw a gentleman do a video. I don't want to take credit for the gentleman word. So, I'm going to find him video and play it. I don't want to take credit for his word. But I thought he summed it up very well. So, I'm going to find this gentleman video and I'm going to play it. I don't want to take credit for his word. Let me find him video and play it. I think this is it. Listen to this to me, people. Hold on, Angel.
Are being asked by the opposition about the US $150 million that the government is lending to the JPS. Now the government has indicated that the JPS were to default and repaying this money in the time that they have agreed on, then the government has indicated its interest in having more ownership of the JPS. We currently have, I think, 40% ownership as a government. So if anything...
Just a correction, we have at least 19%. The government own 19%, not 40, 19%. So somebody said, volume, let me go from the beginning again.
Here is a story. A lot of questions are being asked by the opposition about the US $150 million that the government is lending to the JPS. Now, the government has indicated that if the JPS were to default and repaying this money in the time that they have agreed on, then the government has indicated its interest in having more ownership of the JPS. We currently have, I think, 40% ownership as a government. So if anything happens, we can own more of the JPS. Now that's a win-win for everybody. Now the other win-win is that by the end of January, Based on the $150 million that the government has loaned to the JPS, the JPS has undertaken to have electricity restored by the end of January.
Watch out.
But here is a story that is not being told, and a distraction is being created by the opposition because they don't want this discussion to be had. And the discussion is this, that since 1962, the Andrew Holness-led administration is the first administration that has governed the country.
Hold on, the boy, give me a second, I soon come to you. Don't hold your question, I soon come to you.
In such a way that they are able to restore by the end of January. But here is a story that is not being told. And a distraction is being created by the opposition because they don't want this discussion to be had. And the discussion is this, that since 1962,
Since when? Say it again. Since when? Come back with the since when.
Bro, and them just run from me, dog, right? They just spread like why not run, bro?
150.
No, man, they don't make some next man 10, brother. I'm versus before them and them just run, dog.
Now you think about that for a minute. The country that has always been borrowing.
Yes, if not
The country has always been borrowing to pay basic bills.
Lucky in the
He's now in a position to
big up Richie dog, $1 million dog,
and make that sink in for a minute. And this gentleman is correct. I didn't want to repeat it. Let me see.
I didn't hear what he said. I didn't hear. Can you that little piece down?
Since 1960 what?
1962, since our independence.
We have always been what?
We have always been borrowing and
So
begging.
now we're able to do what?
And now we are able to lend $150 million US dollars.
Let that
That
sink
is
in.
attributed to the management
That's
that our country has been under for the last 10 years. And this gentleman, I don't know if it's Lavia Luja. I don't know if that's his right name, but I didn't want to steal his words. But what he said when I saw it, I said, yes, that is so true. For the first time as a country, we are in a position where Jamaica is lending. Let me say we can give you a scenario where make that sink in a little better. Everybody in our circle, we have that one person who can never yet pay the bill when we go have a drink. We have that one person. Always broke and him can't pay the bill. Now all of a sudden that man get a job. All of a sudden he get a job. And we go out with him one time and he said, drink we don't want people is on me. That is Jamaica today. For the first time, not only we are pay the bill, but we are lend somebody some money. And people can make all the nice them want. But that is the position that Jamaica is in today. We can take up $150 million US and lend somebody. Because we can. And remember, even by lending JPS that money, next budget, there still be no new taxes. I want you to make that sink in, Compare now to a People's National Party government in power for 18 years, raise and added new tax for 16 out of those years. 16 out of those 18 years. I could stretch it, and said 22 and a half years they were in power and they added new tax for 20 out of it. 20 years. Remember that between 2012 when they took office and 2016 when they leave office, they would have leveled $58 billion in new taxes on the back of the Jamaican people. And that is only in 4 years in one term. $58 billion in new taxes between 2012 and 2016. And still the police force plus, thank you Bertie, plus them free salary. Right? No, the police force was underfunded, teachers were underfunded, every sector was underfunded. While increasing and adding new taxes for every year. And now we have a government that has not added any new tax for 10 years, has taken steps to reduce taxation, has given back taxes to the Jamaican people, and is still able to lend a company $150 million. That is the conversation that needs to be had. What were the PMP in government doing with your tax dollars? What was the PMP doing with your tax dollars over their tenure in office? Why they were never able to do stuff like this? The government give back everybody who qualified $20,000. Over 340,000 people take advantage of it. The first ever give back in the history of Jamaica where the government give back some money. And now, as a government, they were able to say, JPS, we would have rather lend you this money than extend your license. Now, let us talk about, you did get to bull, all right? Let us talk about lending JPS this money. Now, one of the clauses that is in the JPS contract that the PMP government, people like Philip Palwell signed, was, I forget the name, self-insure, I think they call it, whereby the JPS is allowed what your name, aka No Face, send me a request and come and me have a conversation. Me cannot look for your response, you think them to respond. Just send me a request and come make we have a discussion. Now, one of the thing, and we are going to discuss, you can discuss the salary freeze. Now worry yourself. Now, and bear in mind, here's why you can't blame the IMF, my boss. Give me a second, I have to respond to you because information have to be your friend, you know. The PMP started wage freeze in 1997. In 1997, we had no IMF agreement. Let's not forget that in 1994, PGSN tell the IMF, Tata. Hey, you see how simple you learned something today, brother? When the PMP introduced wage freeze, memorandum of understanding, there was no IMF agreement, so you can't blame the IMF for that. In 1994, PG publicly said, me tell the IMF, Tata. You forget the famous Tata speech? So there was no IMF agreement. So you can't blame the IMF for the PMP wage freeze. You have to wheel and come again. Me tell you this all the while, you know, anytime you don't come at me, you can't just come throw things out there because guess what? I do not talk out of my ass. I talk out of my mouth. Me not talk out of my ass. Now, let me get back to JPS before I was rudely interrupted. Now, one of the clauses that in that is that the JPS is allowed to recoup damages during these hurricanes. So every single pool that was blown down by JPS, that bill would have been passed on to its customers. So the JPS needed a loan of $450 million to do the restoration. That $450 million would have been passed on to the customers.
Chuck, you wanna know that? You wanna know how? Good evening, guys. You wanna know how that's silly? Imagine you pay a taxi, you pay a taxi fee, you pay a fare to travel in a taxi. But when you come off a taxi, you're charged a fare plus a side dollar for future damages to the taxi.
To the taxi. Taxi man run out of gas and then collect for you to put in the gas and still have to pay your fare.
Yes, that's what they did.
Right? And that first, it was done after Hurricane Ivan in 2004. Yes, it was invoked after Hurricane Ivan, where the customers had to foot the bill of JPS recovery from Hurricane Ivan. So when people come out here and misinform about this loan, the customers, if you say taxpayers' money, it would have come out of our pocket one way or the other. Except now, and that this loan from the government, they can't pass it on. Because guess what? We know that they are getting this money. Is it 5% winner? 5%.
5%. Chuck, can I add something? Because you mentioned Ivan. Ivan happened in September 2004. Then
Yes.
Hurricane Dean, August 19, 2007. Both of those hurricanes were destructive to Jamaica. We had Jamaicans who lost their homes, and it was Andrew Michael Holness administration that was building homes for those persons who lost their homes. So when we have persons within a month, within 5 weeks, 6 weeks, barking down in the back of Andrew Holness to be building homes, just remember that the PNP administration, when the hurricane happened in 2004, didn't build the homes back for persons who lost them. Hurricane Dean catch them again. Still no homes. It was Andrew Holness administration between 2016 to now that was mandating some of those housing schemes that, listen, those persons are supposed to benefit first. And they also built back some homes for some of those individuals who lost them, those persons who could not afford to buy.
Not just that winner, but Hurricane Ivan, as you say, was in September 2004. The first distribution of hurricane relief money from the government of the day, from the PJ Patterson-led administration, was 9 months later. 9 months in May 2005.
And
Yes, but remember that Jamaicans own the compilation.
I lost my roof. We lost our roof entirely. Right? When we ended up at the shelter, there was no food. Luckily, because we bought our hurricane supplies, we carried that with us to the shelter. That is what we fed. That's what we ate. Because the shelter was empty, nothing was there. We just went there to this. We had to sleep on church bench. There was no mattress, there was no towel, nothing provided for us. If we never carried it in our knapsack, we would not have had nothing. And we had to buy zinc out of our pockets to put back on our roof. We never got a single sheet of zinc.
But listen, when I need to realize in history, Jamaicans only complain and demand when the Labour Party is in office. Under the wage freeze, the teacher and the police and all of them quell and them take wage freeze. But as soon as Labour right came in office, they were so demanding. They were so demanding.
Everybody hungry and broke at the time. But we not, even with that, the money that they gave out, was $10,000. $10,000 people get to rebuild their house after Hurricane Ivan. $10,000. Somebody say if you add the inflation to that over the last 20 years, it will equate to about $40,000 today in today's money. $40,000 in today's money. Can you imagine? Can you imagine winner Andrew Holness giving out people $40,000 to build them house?
Yeah, they don't mash them down. They don't mash them down. Chuck, and during that I did not. It took us 3 months to get back electricity in our community after Hurricane Ivan. 3 months, and I think it took about a month and a half after Hurricane Dean in 2007. But I did not see anybody demonstrating. I did not see anybody demanding that PJ Patterson rebuild them homes. Nobody was saying that the government have to build back their homes. We knew that, hey, no help was coming and that we had to do this on our own. So what is the mindset now that, hey, Andrew Holness
the mindset now is that
single,
Andrew Holness have money.
Type in the comment if you are willing for new taxes to be imposed on your backs for government to rebuild the homes of those who lost them.
Everybody.
The money ain't free. It has to come from somewhere.
Here come Mr. Triple X. Good afternoon, Sir Triple X. The man who said he's now a lobbyist for the poor, all of a sudden.
When we come here, we tell people that they need to get a job, and all of those things. Or them say we tribal and we don't care about poor people. But if these very same poor people did a work and I put down $1, them could have draw on that dollar now to help them buy at least 1 sheet of zinc. But when you have nothing and the stamp come and taking nothing what you have, what are you expecting to get? You don't contribute to the economy in a taxes, none at all. Well, your GCT of course, but you have to try to help yourself.
The thing is, when the government said those who can should start rebuilding, oh, them wicked, them listen to me, people. Listen to me. There is nowhere in the world, nowhere, none of the richest country, England, Canada, US, none of them. But when you have a natural disaster, government can build back a place there. You're expected to have insurance. If you don't have insurance, you may get some assistance. And that is what they can promise you. Right? But we are just pointing out the difference between how people react when one government is in versus the other.
Like mislead the people them in a chuck. People like Triple X
only
mislead the people them. Oh, you know, I saw a video last night, Chuck. I see a video last night on TikTok. And the lady was videoing the bus park in Montego Bay that there are no buses to go to Westmoreland, right? In the evening, I think it was after 5 or something like that. And I remember when the Prime Minister went to Westmoreland, the taxi men and the bus men were complaining that if the buses started to run in Westmoreland, it's going to take away from them. But they don't consider the people. They don't consider the people, and I am pretty sure that many people who have no vehicle share that very same view. But nobody now stand up for the people. They might say, but at some point in time, people are stranded because of how uno function, right? So people like Triple X only mislead the people them and tell them to expect the unexpected. There's nowhere in the world where government give out how much thousands of dollars to build. First thing is your private property name, private. If the government say, all right, me want a house, you're going to say, oh, I'm a private property. So how is that now your house blow down? You're expecting the government to come rebuild a house. Yes, the government can contribute. Yes, I agree with that. That's what government is there for. Sometimes it chip in and help with, but you can't expect the government to come build back everybody else, Chuck.
This, as I say, this is the war on misinformation that we have to fight. Government, as I said before, this government has put in a myriad of programs to assist people to recover since the hurricane. What heap of them out there. But if we sit down and listen to people, yes,
I also saw the news today where 677 people applied for the hurricane grant from NHT. How many times has Triple X turned on his life and advised people to go and apply for that? The Ministry of Labor and Social Security said no, just sign up with our self-reporting app that they have and come just tell us, submit all the information about your property. I think they want pictures and stuff like that. It's there. How many of them turn on their life and say, yo, wanna go and go jump on this? They are here to gaslight the people them. That's all they're doing.
So let me add to that, Shika. It is also that they spoke on the 400 and plus people who applied for the grant. These 400 and much people who applied for the grant, they are eligible for a loan. And so while you're eligible for a loan, they're saying some people who are not eligible for the loan would be the more better recipient to receive the grant. But nobody wants to pay back money. And so even the qualified and the well-qualified is seeking to get a grant. And that is a difference, you know. That is a difference. I'm here, there, you and I understand if me can get something free, me go try to get something free. If me have to pay back, me have to pay back. And many Jamaicans are now on a deportation because of the same thing in COVID, where they had the PPC loans and grants, but they took advantage of a grant and they knew they could have gotten a loan, and now you're being investigated. And if you found to lie to the government to get a loan instead of a grant, you are going to pay the consequences. I'm not saying that you can't apply and get a grant if you can, but how many grants? They cannot give everybody a grant. And if you have damage, have sustained damage, and you can afford a loan, take the loan. The fact of the matter is, it is that the government, the institution is available to give you a loan. So if it is available, take it.
Jamaicans are cool like Jamaicans, you know. Because the very same Jamaicans are collecting food and go sell the people them.
Absolutely.
Jamaicans are go in and go St. Elizabeth or Mandeville or St. Catherine in the hills. Go buy the food them and come back and sell people pepper for $5,000 and half a sweet pepper. And because when it can't sell, them dash it away. Jamaicans are too like Jamaicans. So and the misinformation that is going on, that is preventing people from getting the aid that they need and the help that they need, that is not love. That is not life. I hate that. These things that they're doing, Jamaicans are too like Jamaicans. But just come on the internet and pretend every single day. I'm not like Jamaicans. We're going to tell the people them say now, oh, don't keep any party. The government say don't keep any party. When the lady literally said government agencies, we're not going like the fellow citizens. You all are not hypocrite. You guys are
users.
You're a user. You're hate to no fellow Jamaicans. No for no.
But them love themselves though, Sheikah, because they're minimizing the good things of Jamaica, and they're exploring on what they can get out of this. That's all it is. They love themselves.
But let me ask, guys. I don't know who might know more. Explain a little more about the self-reporting mechanism for me there, Sheikah.
Before you go there, so. Have any of you ever see Triple X take a youth and I wing and say, come me, I go bust you? Have you? Tell me what you do for poor people.
The only thing Triple X take on I wing are some crab legs.
I did. I saw that. He did. He took some weights under his arm and was exercising. I did see that. He took two dumbbells. Yeah, I did.
None of these loud people, who always loud, has ever shown any level to assist. They have never point people where they can get the assistance that they need, or any. Them not care. She got right. Them not care about you know. And I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. PMP supporters and the mindset is, if your lifeless body is what we give them local political traction, they will let you die. I am not joking about this. They are willing to allow you to die.
We saw it, Chuck, when the little boy fell off for the van during the motorcade for the local government election. They said they were going to honor this young man with a victory. Also that they would aid in his burial. $50,000 them sent. But they used
the billionaire Mark Golding
tool to gain sympathy for votes, and when that fell through, they did not follow through on what they promised.
And here's the opposite of that now, winner. A young lady fell off a JP motorcade, lost her leg, and was given free prosthetic leg by the government in Jamaica. You know see the difference?
Assistance to move our life forward.
Thank you. Plus that assistance. You know see the difference? I hear somebody tell me today, I never hear for myself. I don't know if nobody here and can confirm. Me hear Triple X say every time he go foreign and bring back one suitcase for a tie come give away. What a man ras lie. Every time you go foreign you bring back one so that tie come give who?
So they tell you to follow up this UMP thing?
Come give who? These are the lies that these people tell.
He not take picture of them again.
And he not take, thank you. And he not take picture. But every time he fly and bring back one suitcase full of tie.
Not
you don't need to lie.
Social media, so. Come on.
A man like him who his entire career is based off hype. And you go foreign. and you bring back one suitcase full of toy, not once, not twice, but me know you is an entertainer, you fly very regular, and your statement say every time you fly, you come back with that. And at the first way I hear about it now.
He said he have 6 suitcases, which means he must have only flew 6 times in the past year. And so he said every time he fly, he comes home with a suitcase of toys and tablets and all of that. And that's what he's giving away. Again, guys, if you are that person who wants to give back, but don't give back only a time and only for clout. Like Sheikah said,
you are lie about it, Angel.
Don't lie about it. You are one of those person who are on social media every day. You are a money pull-up on a love hype. And I want to ask you this. I have been around a long time, from Stone Love to Gemini to from Super T, a Portmore, you name it. I've been around that. You be quiet. I've been around a long time, and I knew some of these DJs, some of these selectors, and a lot of these young people who have came up under the wings of some of these selectors. You would never take up one of these young people, not one of them, because you don't want to share your money pull up, and you don't want to share what you are doing with nobody else. But you are the biggest mouthpiece on this about negativity and about things that are so wrong when you have never opened your platform and given us one thing that is positive about Jamaica. It is always, hold on, Sheikah. It is always a negative for you, but everything can't be so wrong and can't be so bad. You can at least show us one thing that is negative all the time, so you have to be able to show us a positive, because you are living in Jamaica, Triple X. You say you have asset in Jamaica, Triple X, and if it is so bad, why are you still here?
I'll show you how Triple X wicked. Triple X take Rosalie 100,000 for making kiss the guy, and then he go come on social media and block Rosalie and say she mentally ill. He's a wicked boy. After him help for fuel whatever is going on now, him turn around and block her. You think they easy? We say they eat or no. Only thing they want are the money.
And who's Rosalie? Let me not ask that question. But Sheikah was asking earlier. What do you know about the self-reporting mechanism by the government, where you don't have to wait and the assessors to come to you? You can go on your phone, and most of our phone can come to on social media every day about you're hungry. How do you the self-reporting mechanism? What is required?
I am not sure what is required. I've never been on the website, but it's a form that you complete. But based on everything that I'm seeing, I'm pretty sure they're going to ask you for your ID, your TR, and maybe your NIS, because the government was in West St. Elizabeth yesterday, and one of the things that they were doing, was asking for people, signing up people to get TRN and NIS, right, and spot. So I am pretty sure for accountability purposes, you're going to need an ID and a TRN, because the Auditor General will be asking the government for those things. I am positive. But you can go on the website, Chuck. It was launched, Ministry of Local Government and thing, and they probably can give them some information.
Love Jamaica, you said me confused. You can join the conversation and come unconfuse us, you know. You can, me tell you, all the while you come and type in when me invite you to come up the conversation on the shy away. You say we are confused. Come and join the conversation and share with us what we're confused. Love Jamaica, we're not confused by choice. So if you believe you have the ability,
this weed, that's hate Jamaica.
Yes. If you think you have the ability to open our eyes, please to join the conversation. You know. What's the name of the website, Sheikah?
Go on and then just make sure you just use this account there.
Sheikah, which ministry down there?
Labor and Social Security.
I have so much for that. I can't even log in half of my account because I have so much.
If you think we're confused, just join. Just join the conversation and let us have the discussion. Because listen to me, gentlemen. I said this before. That contrary to popular belief, me don't know everything, you know. Me don't know everything, but if you can come and teach me something and say this is where you go wrong, then who knows? Maybe you can come up here by next week. You see me now an orange suit or walk on, you know. If you have the information, forgive me. We are driven by information. Right? So you can't just come and write say you guys are confused and when we invite you to be a part of it. And this is going to do.
If you read and analyze, you can't day in our orange suit.
But me know that. Me know that, you know. But the gentleman said we can't do it.
For correction, first of all, winner, for correction, I do not want to be in an orange suit. I do not, never, ever, never, Chuck, speak about being in an orange suit. You're in jail. You're in jail if you're in an orange suit. Why would I want to be in an orange suit? I'm sorry, what? No.
Mentally.
No. An orange suit, you're in jail, okay? And if you're not in jail, orange is also caution. I don't want to be cautioned about nothing. I want to have information and facts about everything. So I don't think so.
Well, I thank you for that. And I agree with you 100%. But again, I am not afraid to have discussion with these people. We are always inviting them. See that we're not in the eat orange. There you go. Right? We have always invited them to come and have the conversation. But there is no word that these people are afraid of more than when you ask them, how do you come by that? Prove that to me. Where's the evidence? We don't give information based on our feelings and how we feel. Right? Is facts we work with. So unless you can come and tell me the lies where you hear a while ago, then your statement means nothing. You have to tell me the lie. Now, when we say we look for the self-reporting thing with up on the website, where is it?
But me get the access still true, you don't build that from scratch here, build.
Right, because there are actually hundreds of assessors in the field. Hundreds of them, they are out there in the field, young people that has been employed by the ministry just to go around and get the information. Right? But because that will take a little time, they have also implemented the self-reporting mechanism where the same phone where you not take the government line every day in a ball, no, you can use it. Go on the government website, see what are the requirements, report your damages, and get your assessment done to see what you're qualified
for. There's
also
an option too. I think they said if you have not seen anybody come to your area about relief and stuff, you can call them and let them know, and they will send people to the area. Also, if you go on Twitter and tag any one of the ministers and say, hey, I don't see anybody, I don't see this, it is guaranteed that you'll get a response as well. So they're asking people to use the channel to get through to them, to help them help you.
Alright, so that is saying, guys, when you have local data on your phone and you say you live at one place and you don't see nobody, you can use that very same phone and the very same data where you have to reach out to people that can actually help. Remember, I said this before and I am serious about it. When you go on the PMP platform them and tell them say you don't get help, their intention is not to get your help, but is to use you. And if them can use you right down to when your body go under the dirt, that's what they will do. Their intention is not to help you. I have seen these people talk about how many people I call them and tell them so they don't get much people, and they have never once point them in the direction of people who can actually assist them. Never once have they done that. See, I look for the self-reporting tool. I want to find out what it requires. But I am not.
I want to find a video of one of the biggest PMP machinery that was overseas. Stage protest against the government, you know. Overseas until the government corrupt. Let me find a video. That's me having the other day, you know. Let me find it. I collect aid. Yes. Let me see. Let me find the video. No.
Everybody want to know Rupert.
Jury.
Me couldn't believe me.
Me can't get a lion. I beg a lion. Yo,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
no
no.
man ranking, mommy.
You find him?
And so the coaster bus can pass and then back. Food packages pan it, see there. I go through. St. Elizabeth is well fed. You think a joke and a lot.
Hold on, Jesus, hold on, man, hold on, Jesus Christ, hold on there.
I would have been a call him name.
How is name again? Jesus have mercy. In the protest, man. I in the land I think they call Vegas. He was there with Ratty Gun and all of them over there. Hold on, play him again.
Driveway, right there, so. And so the coaster bus can pass and then back. Food packages pan it, see there. I go through. St. Elizabeth is well fed. You think a joke and a lie. Alright. Spread them up on the benches so we print our bill. Make us swag on. With much respect. We will show the people that we are going there. I'm sending feet, man. Because people may say, look here, you know what I mean? I'll make this pass, you know. And me, I go come out of pocket 2 weeks before my shipment come here. 2 weeks, people. A long time that, you know. Everybody now wait for the dead stay hungry. Look. Out a little bag right there, so. And we can use that bag for garbage. Yeah. Red kidney bean. These. Yes, man, we give thanks for everything. What are you talking about? At 2 weeks before me have shipment to the people that come in. 2 more weeks. The lady just called me to them. I say, me rotted. How much more money I have to spend? Listen to the trucker pass. Tell them if it's a guana, man. Look, I know me love the Brunswick sardine, them. Me love Brunswick sardine. Some onion in the night. Argument done. I'm grateful. I am grateful. This is St. Elizabeth. This is St. Elizabeth. Yeah. See? Yeah.
You get sardine,
yo,
you get
anytime you see
tuna,
truckers pass, man, go get food, man.
you get flour, you get
Yo.
oats, you get
So let me say me can get Wagwana so correctly. So this is a man live in a foreign. Come to Jamaica.
yes.
I collect aid after the government chuck.
He said feed barrel now come to the next 2 weeks.
So this PMP supporter left America.
Yes.
Come to Jamaica, come collect aid package from the government.
Yes. And he said when he sent his nephew, he never did not want to go because he did not want his picture to be taken. So a lot of Jamaicans out there, when they say, oh, the government now do this because they don't see no picture. Jamaicans do not want a lot of persons do not want their pictures to be taken and put nowhere. People still have them pride I walk with, even though they have lost everything.
So who will be taking their pictures, we know?
Huh?
For clarification. What do you mean?
As in that they don't want, they're afraid that their picture will be taken. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so they
And that is why the government of Jamaica said no picture taken when government is handing out anything. People's dignity must be maintained.
Yeah. But even if you go on the JDF website, they'll take picture, but they will block out the person's face, so you don't see the faces. That was in the initial part, but I see them stop doing it. Not taking any more pictures. But they don't have person's face showing. They block them out. Yeah, so he was literally praising the government, and then shortly after that, a lady from Ministry of Health that works with the Ministry of Health would have come into his yard asking him permission to check to see if there's any
wait here. Interfere, you see me and say
driveway, right there, so.
No. Shortly after that, a lady from Ministry of Health. So them say the government
Driveway, right there, so.
Why you know, I don't want to play from this. Yes, I want to play from, bro.
Driveway, right there, so.
Why not allow me? But
and so the coast
but they would have walked into his space and I said, wait, government doing all of these things? So they were destroying the mosquito settlement sites, putting things in their water, water that they're not planning to drink and stuff like that, to make sure that mosquito don't settle inside of there and breed up. So in this short space of time, within like 30 minutes, all of this was happening. Ministry of Health, JDF going around, and he got all of that attention. Big time PNP propaganda is
and so now winner. This same man now. When him go back a foreign and he meet up back with him crew, what do you think his line of argument will be? You think he's gonna reform his thinking and say, no man, me go there, me experience the government on top of things. You think that's gonna be his argument?
No, government should have done more. Government failed. That will be the line of argument. You think he can go sit down for a Rattigan them web page and praise government? It's crazy.
But it is telling so that a man will live in the United States, come to Jamaica during the hurricane relief, and rather than help, he might take one care package himself. So he not come for help, he come for take. But we now send me that video. Send me that video. We're going to post that video there. We are going to say it. This is a man. Sit down every day within group of bands.
Chuck, I think he took the care package with a intention to ridicule it or chastise it, and he was rather surprised. I think that's what happened to him.
Yes, he get a dose of reality.
Yeah.
Right. But you see, as I said, guys, is where people get them information that is important. Is what you gravitate to, that's what you'll get. Right? Every step of the way since Melissa, the government of Jamaica has been on top of it. Every step of the way. Now again, I will not sit here and tell you that everything was perfect. It was not a perfect response. It can never be perfect and it will never be perfect. But they have been leading. And I am glad to see the Prime Minister announce that despite what Black Pepper said, the army will be heading up to a compound town to assist the Jamaicans up there in rebuilding them house. The Jamaican military will be heading up there to assist the Jamaicans of our compound town in rebuilding their house. We not take that, we are everybody.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my Prime Minister.
Prime Minister leading from front. Leading from front. Now, yeah, waste of time. We know regular. Every single Jamaican is important. You know, we not nobody up neither Jamaican. All of them. Me sure Curry passport. Say Jamaican. Me sure him nationality. Government cancel Christmas party during. You see, this is the misleading thing we know. See that I see people, you know. Government cancel Christmas events during recovery. This TVJ. This headline is what causes people confusion. This headline right there. Now, me as a little lay person, I don't have, all me have that so is my phone, my data, one computer. And next week, I'm going to have my full studio setting. Sorry, not next week, next month. That's all me have. And me could have tell what the government say. The government say we are cancelling Christmas celebration for government ministries. Not even cancel Christmas celebration. We are cancelling the grand celebration. But you can have office parties. But we not go rent no venue and keep no big dance.
Chuck, guess which popular TikToker on here that calls himself neutral that reposted this lie?
Ventan Graham.
I have never seen that guy repost something positive about the government. Never, ever, ever. It's always something negative. And it's always
Bull, that's what they do, Bull. They will always trying to get a twist because they are a part of dumbing down the people. TVJ, Gleaner, RJR.
But Chuck, why is it that you knew? How is it that you and almost all of your guests on here know that this was a lie and misinformation and things taken out of context? How is it that you knew this and VG and the rest of folks didn't? That's what I'm saying, you know. You people are the one that continue to listen to these people that do not do research, don't watch, like Sheikah would say, don't watch Parliament. They don't do no form of investigating, researching, but they open their platform. Hold on, sis. But they open their platform and they have their lives and act like they want to be learned and act like they are interested. They are not. They are straight against Jamaica and the government. And if they see something without even knowing the facts, they're going to repost it. Because I knew this. I am not even living in Jamaica, and I knew the truth to this. Because I watch Parliament, I watch the press briefings, I keep up with what is happening. I am in the light of current events of what's happening. These people are not. They're not in the lights of current events. They don't care. They are only about a party and destroying Jamaica, and that's all that they're doing.
Getting popular of negativity.
You want me to tell you how me know Angie? From me ear the first time I know that bullshit and I didn't even watch the press conference.
I didn't have those.
There's no way the Jamaican government can be saying we need to get the economy back up and running and go tell the people say we cancel Christmas party. That never sounds to me. That never sound like the Jamaican Labour Party that I support.
I would never have to.
I mean that even it have to go dig because me know in myself that this is bullshit. I just kept saying the economy needs to get going. So always it going to lock down parties will go generate income for people. People need to get back to their like this does not make sense any at all. Like man, it's crazy.
Listen, I saw that video first before I listened to Dana Morris. And for me hear me no saying no sense. And it was absolutely a lie based on even what Sheikah said. What grounds would the government have to lock down Christmas and say, hey, no grand market, no partying, and if you party, you're gonna go to jail? The Constitution give us so much powers. Unless you're gonna declare the entire Jamaica to be you know what it's hurtful to see. And when I read the comments, I'm like, Jesus Christ, so many people. Like the comments was just full of people saying, yes, government wicked, government a lockdown party, government this, government corrupt, government thief. I'm like, oh my God, where's the critical thinking? Nobody thinks, nobody is doing any of that? Nah, man, something wrong with the people, them virgin. Something wrong with the people, them.
I see. As me say, that's one of the things that hurt me the most. Every day, I look upon them and I see people when know better, willfully are dumb down Jamaicans. And these are the people, as me say, when nobody try to find out things for themselves. Nobody try to find out. Aye. That's what me say. And that people may wonder, sometimes they here, and people tell me all the while, say them things me aggressive towards certain people. And the truth is, yes, I am willfully aggressive towards them. When me know that them here, so every day willfully willfully misleading people, because I contend that most of them we are doing them know better.
That's kind of crazy.
But it is easier to get people to follow you, because guess what? Over the years, we have people who poison the well. We tell you, say, once somebody, a politician, you have to hate them. Once somebody in a politics, it means that them a thief. And that is not true. Right? But that part of the well has been so poisoned that it is so difficult.
You know, I will tell you, say them 8 politicians, look at the report where the facility manager for the parliament is using the government vehicle carry going yard. And you don't hear no artists, you don't hear no influencer, you don't hear no civil society come and say dog afraid about it. But make I did one politician. Chuck. Chuck has been looking all over and there's not one whistle blow about that.
Exactly. Right? But thank you.
Chuck, the bank made an error with the 28 million for with the credit card, and when they made it with the prime minister, it was a problem. But they're making now with the parliamentarians or the parliamentary houses of parliament credit card, and it's not a problem. We don't hear nobody talk about it because it does not point finger to any politician, right? These are the things we are talking about.
And not just them, I'm talking about. It's not front page in the Glean. It's not headline news and TVJ. Because as I said, it does not include a politician doing something wrong. You know, include Andrew Holness doing something wrong.
Who is there?
Chuck, you would not hear Gleaner, you would not hear TVJ, you would never hear none of those affiliates, nor the PMP, because remember, they accused Dr. Andrew Holness of moving agencies and ministries into his office to thief government aid. And when the Auditor General went to the office of the Prime Minister and did her audit, she did it on 3 accounts. For the period of 2018-2019, they did it on capital aid accounts. 2020-2021, they did the recurrent and capital account. And then did that for 2021-2022 recurrent account. And what she said, it revealed a generally satisfactory state of affairs. And you're not hear nobody come out. Bet you actually say, hey, we find something untoward here. It shows me the blast up. Yes, see, Prime Minister thief money. But once he was audited and find nothing in terms of the office being untoward, everybody remains silent. Nobody knows nothing. Nobody now complain.
But even as I said, even the report with the credit card, the headline that was placed on that report was misleading. The headline that was placed on that report with the credit card at the House of Parliament was misleading. Because if you read into the report,
it was an error. The financial institution corrected the error on June, blah, 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 can see, by way of a credit card refund in the amount of, I don't remember what million, I think it's 7 million or something like that.
What happened what happened was that they requested, I think, a payment or something like that of 181,000 Jamaican dollars. The bank instead did 28 million Jamaican because the credit card is in US dollars, right? So they did $28 million in Jamaican, which would have equal to 181 million US. 181,000 Jamaican US dollars. So they thought the request for 181,000 Jamaican dollars was for US because the credit card is in US. So they made a mistake, credited the account by 28 million Jamaican. So they had to do the corrections. That's what happened. So it's a mix-up in terms of currency. That's how the error occurred.
What does that remind you of? Which case?
Yeah, that's so eerie familiar for you. Very familiar. I've heard
That's
this
all
one
like the
before.
Prime Minister, bro.
I said it earlier.
You credit something to my account that me not have. You are telling me say yo me have money. You take money from our account when me never give you a directive from buy something else and then people will say yo hey me use charity money.
And why the accountant general flogged it is because they have not been reconciling the bank accounts. It took them 4 months for them to find out the error, which
Exactly.
is the same thing that caused Jam to come say the money was accounted for because they are not doing their monthly reconciliation, and because of that,
Jump right one something about the Ministry of Finance office, you know, by Ministry of Hold on. The office of the Prime Minister, I think it was 2024. Hold on.
yeah, Jampa look refund now, so she never say unaccounted for. She wants to give people 250,000. Jampa
Really? When I began on that?
Me want to know if him just done playing the last one. That me want to know that.
just slapping her neck
Him
back.
just done playing the last one, man. It's a lie.
These people are backpedaling. Right? And they're trying their best.
Backwards in a car, there's no.
You see these people who work at Jump on them place there?
That means it's in a map of download.
These people were 100% confident of a PMP victory.
Because you weren't answering my question.
Gemini, live tonight at 9:30. All right. I will be there to watch.
I gotta go, guys, because my second job starts at 8 o'clock. My chief clerk, and so I'll see you guys later.
Hello, Chuck. Hello, Chuck. You don't even make Chuck any like you jump boy, you gotta say, wow.
I just got home. I'm jumping in the shower.
I'm actually gonna go join Judge Sims very shortly.
I'm going in the shower, guys, because I gotta go put on my court clothes. I can't go online, go to court dirty in my EMS uniform. So I'm gonna go take a shower and then I start my work. Sissy, why are you doing that?
Me just a say,
We're supposed to team up together. Are we for beat truck and a truck for a beat we?
But me can't make a left Chuck back farm and me the year. So you're not teaming up with me. You're not even say, sister, come make me leave together. You say, oh, I gotta go because you have go on your job, Angel. Why?
Here, under her $3 trillion crisis, he said the office of the Prime Minister spent $12.02 billion over 3 years. Jam said has not been accounted for. That's what she said, no? And what did you put on something just put on the screen a while ago? The accounts of the office of the Prime Minister was audited by the Auditor General, and they were found to be in satisfactory state. But here in 2024, they made it seem as if those money were missing. And then PMP running up and down and say, yes, see it there. Andrew Holness, Office of the Prime Minister, $12.02 billion missing. Can't find, gone in the Prime Minister pocket. That's what they were saying. But here we come now, fast forward a year later, that office was audited, documents were provided, and it shows that, hey, taxpayers' money not gone away. It was actually spent and accounted for. We need it. Yeah,
I must say, these people were confident of a PMP victory. And they were all promised board seat, Senate seat, and all sorts of things. And they all put in the work to try them best to put this government and this country under. Luckily, the people of Jamaica never stand for it. And Andrew Holness and the government was returned to power. So now all of them are come and are soft for them. Oh, we never did say that, you know. We never did mean that, you know.
Anyways, I lose them white army if you say them.
Right, so them are soft for them stand because they realize that this government will be around for a while. Whether or not them like it.
Talk to me. Okay.
Miss I try search to find this this the self-reporting mechanism for the government, but I don't know why. And then I try open the site, it gone off.
Let me try go on Pernell page so I can find it. Hold on.
Yes, let me find it for me. I'll soon call you back. I need much I learn about it.
This administration led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness is on the brink of setting a 40-year-old record. You know what that is, sir? Give me a second.
Every turn this government make, they have done something in Jamaica that has never been done for generations. What that did, 10 years of no new taxes. The largest we don't know. I don't think this is gonna be. This is gonna be the largest year-on-year reduction of murders in Jamaica.
Analyzing. The last time we saw something like this was in the 1980s. And this prime minister is shaping up to give us a record. And it's only going to get better from there. Only going to get better from there. Because once Jamaica have the appetite to say, hey, we have set this record, we are going to want to maintain it, and it must be maintained. The Jamaica Defense Force, the JCF, MOCA, FID, all of them must be relentless in their efforts to wipe out criminality in this country. Because only then can we be prosperous. It cannot be continuing to analyze our people, whether or not they might contribute, yes or no, to the upliftment of our society. Every human and being deserves to live a life without fear. We should be able to go into any community at any hours of the night in Jamaica and not feel as if we're going to lose our lives.
Earlier this week, I joined a young man live. I don't remember his name, but he is a neutral, and with that discuss. First of all, he said when he see my picture, he never did go add because he said no political discussion, and we were already discussing a few things after a while. And he said one of the things where him disappointed in the government for is about the reduction in crime, the crime level. So I was pointing out to him the reduction that is going on now, and he was saying that his problem is that he wanted it earlier. So I say, all right then, let us discuss what had to go in place for us to see the result we are seeing now. And I set out to give him some information. I say one of the first things what the government had to do was to increase the manpower at the police force. Over 6,000 members added just since 2018 alone. 6,000 members was added just that alone. More boots on the ground. Then you have to equip them to go out and do the job. You can't go try and get rid of criminal and criminal more armed than you, have better vehicle than you and all them things there. And I give the list of things that had to go in place. But I also point out to him that the reduction never started this year. It started from 2023. Right? So 2023 we saw 8% reduction. 2024 we saw 19% reduction. And now in 2025 we are witnessing 42% reduction. So when we done the discussion, him say, all right, he say, yes, I understand, and now me look at things different. During the discussion, one of the numbers when he said him don't like the unemployment number. He said no believe that one day. So I asked him, I said, what about the poverty rate? He said, yeah, he believe the poverty rate is down. But he know like the unemployment number. So now these are the discussion we can have with people who are not in agreement with us. Right? But you can disagree with something while you agree with others. And I believe that discussion with that young man was a very good. I haven't gotten a chance to join back his platform yet. I've seen him live a couple of times since, but I have not gotten a chance to join him back yet. But most definitely next time, I will definitely join him.
So, right? I do not have an issue with people who do not believe. That is going to be a part of our society. What I have an issue with is when the evidence is provided to destroy the idea that you have implanted in your brain that is false and misleading, and you refuse to accept the evidence and hold on to your false narrative. That is where the problem exists.
That is where my problem is also, winner. That is where my problem is also. Yes, you can disagree, but when evidence is, you can't say me no accept the evidence. Why you not accept the evidence? Me just not accept it.
If me tell you say, yo, Dr. Andrew Holness is the best prime minister Jamaica has ever seen, and I put out all of my evidence, and you say, hey, he's the worst. And you put your evidence, and evidence can match up to what you're coming. But you're going to hold on to what you're holding on to. Brethren, that's how the reasoning stop, because you are not here to learn anything. And people like that you cannot reason with, because logic and critical thinking is always going to escape them. Or they have the ability to reason, they have the ability to look at logics, but they will hold on to false narratives, and those are persons who are showing intellectual dishonesty, like Triple X. People like them, bro. Me don't know, me can't.
We totally agree, but we not. But now if you jump there now, one local lady need me attention. I forgot to
boy, I tell you, I know the feeling, boy. So my son, hey, Chuck, today, me and him the home, you know. And I see the boy run from cross, come sit down on my settee. And the boy run from cross the floor from over the other side of the place and using two and dropping on my leg, you know, boy. Yo, I see 1,000 moons, bro. Bro.
I tell you.
One thing we picking it, they teach you patience and they teach you tolerance. Because if anybody else is a right hand.
Thank you. Patience, tolerance, and all of this sitting there, but tell you. Yeah, but we're going to back. We're going over justice later. So bless up yourself, winner. Bless up yourself, everybody.
Nah, I know me can't see Galaxy not even for concerning Galaxy by my birthday. But I take it for my birthday season, and me have some more to take it for. Yes. Yo, alright, we have this Africa. Yes,
Antonil, Antowi, all of these things. Go before you come over here, come talk, go ask Ian Eels where the money there. And the money we are asked, boy. Where Ian Eels there? Has anybody seen member of parliament elected Ian Eels?
No,
Why was he not in parliament on Tuesday to tell us where the $10 million gone? Why never in a parliament for tell we where PNP $30 million gone? Trat? So in all his name is being called allegedly and $40 million and Mr. Sir is missing in action. You come up here and talk about you run my file. You can't even run the dog or your yard, much less run my file.
Oh yeah,
you come try bypass, but you know you're a pretty girl only because you never make up my face when I sooner because you smell bad through my phone. Because you don't do nothing educational to the society. You don't do nothing for uplift Jamaica. You hear what you say? You don't have nothing down there. You tear down the country in that one statement, Mr. Sir. That one statement that you made showed us that you are one of the Jamaican them. Well, that's why you tick. Member good said the man, the one where I run over the member, I'm love for deport people. Mine. Because at the same Jamaica where you say now go on with nothing, you would have to come back to.
I don't like that one bit.
It's the same Akia go on come near man, the same jackfruit and apple and mangoes and pears and bananas and oranges that you can get for free. Because to be honest, if you pass one orange farm and you beg 2 orange, you get it. They can beg a neighbor. You tell them about Jamaicans don't have nothing down here. Who is you? You is nobody. Can me Google your name, Kaya, and it says still searching. That means you're not relevant. You come talk about you know my name. Who are you? That is what you all do over here upon this thing called TikTok. Make up on the lies on the propaganda against the Prime Minister, members of Parliament. Huh? Andrew should have never got the G20, which the G20 turned out to be fruitful for Jamaica. Andrew Samuda should have never go at the UNA meeting, which also turned out to be fruitful, which let them look into the man and see what come out of it. And we, the Jamaican people, see the good that Andrew Holness is
one
doing.
man call them mangoes.
The world is seen.
One set of bad man.
Colonel Charles Senior called me in the week.
Prosper.
And well on bless. And when Colonel Charles called me, he was so upset. You know what he said? He said, Kimmy, oh, the PNP, them a tell the government say, don't lend the JLP the money. Me will sell my house, me will sell my apartment, them. If it means that the poor people, them are going to get back like at that Colonel Charles said. He was so upset. But no, we still have vote for them because Uno love them. Now put me in it, what do we?
Anyway, so they understand the rules, them. They understand the rules.
You know, I true. You shouldn't kind of pretty, you know. My dear, I don't know why I make a mistake like that. I have to wash your face, look at rice water and come back. Me say, him need to go wash him face with little rice water and come back because you're so right. Why would he even call me pretty? That's crazy. Kaya, wash your face and come back, my dear. That's crazy thinking. But no girl with no DP can talk to me. That part.
You know, so that we kind of, we have 29 donuts out of 150 dog. Anybody come and compete at 150?
You're telling us you don't make, you don't be no bike.
Still we irie, come in all of lights, in a dancehall style, and everybody
like me.
Come in a love life, every time I rise, we do it for the love, we do it for the love, we do it for the love, we do it for the life, we do it for the love, success.
You're pretty. You're pretty in your own way. If I get a boy like that, they've got you far.
Richard Price, what is your point? I unfilter your comment. I don't know why TikTok filter it, but what are you trying to say? What's your point?
I could have more than that too, cause I could have more than that in Spain. You think the food cheap?
What is your point?
I don't know the point.
It burden because Andrew Holness still a lead. The Andrew-led administration is still leading and it burden. What is your point? Richard, do you want to send a request? Come tell us your point. Hmm? It but because we still a lead. We still a lead in the world as a poor country. Hmm? Where you spend on food, Richard? Ricardo? How many persons have you helped? How many food did you buy? How much money did you spend on food? Hold on, Bless.
Some of them don't eat food, you know. They don't eat food, you know, Timmy.
When did you hear the man say him not spend none? Every money that has been spent is stated that the money that is being spent is the money that is in the country. Him not touch no other money yet. That's what I heard. What else you hear? That's what you heard, right, Sandra? Chat now that in the ear. Every money that is being spent is the money that is in the government. That is being used by the government. Did you all hear anything else? I didn't spend no other money. So we are compensated the other day not spend none, then him all spend 250 million. If him spend 250 million in 2 days to buy food, then not gonna say him no feed nobody. Make your point make sense, sir. Power tap my team. Richard, Ricardo, whatever your name is, talk fast now.
Talk. The Prime Minister saying not spend no money as yet. You understand me? But nobody now see my help nobody nowhere at all. Then blam, $225 million in spend pan care package and food.
So may I ask you a question? Where did you hear about this 225 million? Where can I find it? Hold on, Chris. Where can I find the source to that?
Hold on. Your name, the Colonel Charles said.
Again, where?
The Colonel Charles said, man. The man said spend $225 million. Food. So nobody wasn't seeing the government doing at all, and now that's what they spend.
Can you please tell me where the source is that I can find that information? Guys,
Colonel Charles is the one who said it. Anyway.
Power tap my team.
Colonel Charles was the one who said that. Go see, but see, somebody say it in the comment section. Colonel Charles said. Let me one see. And all of a sudden,
that's not what he said. So me gonna look for it, you know, because me want me you have a debate on this. Because the government stated that they have not touched any of the disaster money that they got, and all the spending that they've been spending is out of the Jamaican purse. Wasn't that what you heard, Chris?
Bro, that's verse.
I'm here. Come here. I didn't hear that. Then I said, nobody never see the government give no money. People, it was artists and other people that give out money. I understand? I give out care packages. Nobody knows the government. Then blam.
So let me ask you a question. So, Richard, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. The JDF, are they government?
Come on. People know about say when the JDF come.
Ricardo.
Listen to me. People
Ricardo.
who are on the ground.
Worker, Richard. The government and worker, government who left out office can go per land and be
Hold on, please. Ricardo, answer the question. The JDF and the JCF, are they government?
When the JDF and the JCF go down there, people that say 65 packaging, they come give out and go on the captor. And I mean, say it, you know. So I said, watch it and say that.
I'm going to ask you a question again.
You understand me?
The JDF.
Of course, they represent the government.
Stop.
Of course they do.
Stop right there, sir, no. One TikTok back. Stop right there, sir. The persons that is hired to work in the government offices that have gone to the areas to assist, are they government?
Of course.
The persons that are in the hospitals, the nurses, and all of these persons that are working, are they government?
Oh, come on, my friend. Those people,
Me
those
ask you
things,
a
those people,
question.
those people, those people. Listen to me. Don't add those people to it.
Return of chat, dog.
No. You
Understand
said
me?
the
These people.
government now do nothing. So me want more you understand what
come on.
government is.
Come
Don't
on.
you know that data and
come on.
capital? Stop. Don't you know? TikTok boss, me can beg them like gold the force one if you have it. Don't you know that Satan scramble? Peter Bad Mind Bunting. Angela Brown Teeth. Mike Swampy G. Right? Buchanan. And the whole of them in the People's Nasty Party are government as well.
Yeah. Don't think so. I'm here defending a PNP. I'm not defending a PNP.
No, you're defending a PNP, sir.
Nah, man.
So you're just defending the PNP by you just defend. Guys, stop the screen. You just say that the government don't do anything, and I asked you a few questions, and you say yes, those are government entities. So why is it that you saying the government don't do anything? You expect Andrew Holness to throw water upon truck. Expect Andrew Holness to walk around and hand out care package. Let me educate you just a little tip, Ricardo. Andrew Holness is not even supposed to be holding his own umbrella. Not even Mark Golding.
Why not? Why not?
Because they're heads of states. Heads of states don't do nothing. Andrew Holness is not even supposed to walk around with money in his pocket. Not even $5. So does Mark Golding. If you realize when Andrew Holness and Mark Golding is buying anything, sir, them turn to somebody and say, pay for that. They're not supposed to be doing things because their time is more required doing whatever. So when Andrew Holness send out the JCF, the JDF, and everybody else, that is government.
The other day, when after the hurricane, no JDF and no JCF wasn't seen giving out anything. Alright, they weren't seen giving out anything. They were artists and all kind of people, TikTokers, whosoever.
Ricardo, you make me lose a brain cell. Goodbye.
Hold on, man. Hold on, I'm make a point now.
I really don't have the time for this.
Well,
what my uncle out now? After the hurricane, the government was not seen to do anything. Right after the hurricane, Mr. Prime Minister was in a helicopter surveying the area. Right after the hurricane, right? You're coming in my box from tell me so you're not defend PNP nor JLP. You are defending the Cosmite them. Right after hurricane. So when Andrew Holness said that what in our helicopter and look road, we see what happened to the places and the devastation. Wasn't that the government? The whole on 2 weeks. I know everybody I go like we still we irie. What's up, my side? In a dancer style. I know everybody I go like still we irie. Cause we no love like no. When you come in at the platform and I come go on like so you can come by so come style my prime minister. No day, no time. Will never happen. Because while it is that Mark Golding is alleged not to be in Jamaica when the storm did that caught, while it is alleged that Swampy G, one swamp up, never two, never then at Jamaica when Melissa go on with herself, Andrew Holness was on Sandy Bay Gully in at the storm. Talk now? Where you come with? Eh? What are you coming with, sir? It is alleged that your party that you are supporting, the leader of the Cosmite party, never there Jamaica, allegedly, when the storm hits, because him take him family and him friends them and him go about him business. While this is that Andrew Holness was being seen on Sandy Bay Gully in at the storm. Julia probably afraid for a little man. My dear, what you mean? Right of the storm. Right after the storm, you could have seen the Prime Minister and helicopter do. You got talk about no government was seen. We expect the mandate for do right there after. Some place were not reachable. You don't understand the devastation. No fun come over here chat and no do nothing. No fun never get a bucket of water yet. I saw a lot of persons hurt. I say people hurt. Me have to hug up one little boy. Me have to touch one little girl. And people are hurt and I come talk about the Jamaican government. Who is the government? When Andrew sent people go out for delegate for him, that is the friggin' government. But check my page, Charmaine. I will know if I give. Since you want to come over here and talk, Miss Big Back, go and check my page. You will know if I give.
You're in the 30 channel.
It's crazy. You are come over here and come defend. What are you defending? Matt Golden that is begging $50 million for his constituency when not never do it?
If just do it otherwise it car. Money that thing we just get
We're not defend. A Matt Golden administration. You can't spell teeth, you idiot. Bro, teeth.
What? I don't find you. They told me to watch you. That's why I say your teeth in Prime Minister are icky. E-I-C-K-E-D. So hear me, Kimmy, soon catch that one here. Kimmy, go you can't spell wicked. Say go you can't spell wicked.
Uno dance. You're coming over here to spell teeth and you can't spell teeth, mama. Mama, me go stop black the PNP them because I want them learn and understand. Say, I know some government about teeth. Girl, nobody not even want teeth a panty from you. Because you're not teethable. Hey, behave not so. Come Success don't come overnight. Why is it that right after the storm we did not see Mark Golding? Why was it 3 days later we saw the opposition leader? Why was it that 3 days later when we saw opposition leader Mark Jefferson Golding? He was begging money. Why is it that we fix a step in his constituency plus give them carpet? Guys, tap the screen. Since you all want to be coming over here come talk about what the government do. What UNO do. Why was Mark Jefferson Golding not seen? Why Madam BBL all up her pants? Since you want to be technical, come and talk about she could have only buy 2 bags of grocery carrying her constituency and the people them still hungry. Till you let her fish load up a truck and show her what care package is like. Yeah. Since y'all want to talk. Why is it that Madam BBL is saying that the people them shouldn't get like, but yet till the next day she started them to get like because the children and the women are being hurt? Lady, we not go sit on one side, yeah? Catch on the body pan bag wire. Don't do it. Allow the man and lift leg on his shirt. Let him go make him breathe. Because the nurse said because the income tax people them now get a break. A $200,000 break. Right this moment, me go start tell my friend them say me want a thing. And that you call good governance. You come talk about $250 million per food item. Go sit on one side for me now.
Good night.
Go breathe easy somewhere. You first of all you addressed my looks. $200,000 break, Chris. Break. Chris work at Jamaica. Chris say no work on our Chris.
Team will lose back out.
Cause of that never said to the whole of my friend them.
The Prime Minister, them people have problem, you know. Not just the Prime Minister,
you know work. You know work Canada them place so we can rule screw. Rule screw, you can ask me for the account number, friend. My dear. They're getting a break. In the middle of a disaster, they might get a break. Student loan got a break in the middle of a disaster. And the Prime Minister no problem because you can't understand.
Problem. I'm on nothing else. The Prime Minister them problem. Just the Prime Minister.
The man said he's not a draft player, he's a chess player. And every time Andrew Holness open his mouth, him do not checkmate.
Imagine me not like when.
Yeah, man. Why would you want to see
with a foolishness?
What is wrong with these people? They may expect to see the Prime Minister on the road giving out water and food. They are there.
Me see the girl, tears come in my eye, Chris. When the girl said, guys, we do not understand. My old student loan 200,000, 219,000. And Chris, she said every time she look on the little bit where she go down. When she wake up and she go check and she see the 100,000 apply to her student loan, she owe 119. Do you know what that did for that girl?
Exactly. Why wrong with them people here? Them just hate the Prime Minister to the point where them can't see nothing logical. Eh?
The man saying, Chris, no government entities are going to keep Christmas party. That him say. What them say? Andrew can't do Christmas. Government party are going to be one little something and every money else got country. Nothing wrong with that.
What can wrong with that? That show you good governance. No, sir. There's something wrong with them people here. Them just hate the man. Them just hate the man to the point where them can't even see something good in the country. My God.
So no go sit on one side. Go and sit somewhere and catch on the bottom somewhere. Step aside and allow the man to work. Because he is not, Portia seems to me like that when she said, you don't see me, I'm working. When you don't see Andrew is working and he come show you the work. Him come showing you the proof of the work. Hey, we don't behave and calm down about ya.
And him send out in people them for work and them keep saying that the government not doing anything. Them too lie. Last week Sunday I went down to Black River and Lacovia. Me see a lot of soldiers they giving out food packages. So what them people are talk about? If you don't see it for yourself, you believe them liar people, you know. You don't believe them liar people here. Me see all my family get all water tank. All water tank, me go down there go see my family get from the government. What wrong with them people out there so liar and wicked?
Leroy, did I wake up and tell you that guys beg on the 4 swamps? Leroy said me not getting from the government and me they are beg. So me I beg them swamps there. Me I beg the swamps there. Me not have time for you, Leroy. Yes, the thing is, and I'm going to say my same thing, but maybe him not understand the logics. The logics of a prime minister that is working is showing us that we're getting things in our pockets. So what if I beg a swamp over here? So what if I not get from the government? I never voted because I wanted from the government. I voted because I have a child.
We're not an handout party.
Because I have a child. And God forbid, Chris, God forbid something happens to me and my mother have to go to the student loan bureau. She don't have to climb the walls of Jericho to get the loan. Thanks to the Jamaica Labour Party, led by Dr. Holness.
Them people love too much handout. That's why they love people.
That was the main thing for me in the manifesto.
Handout. They not like go work.
You hear me say, Chris? When I see that, the first thing I read in the Jamaica Labour Party manifesto was on education, because I have a child who wants to be a doctor. So I had to see how things are going to work out. That's why I voted, Chris. It wasn't because I wanted from him. I don't want nothing from them. Eh? So what is good policies? I voted because within 9 years of them running the country, Chris, we had no new taxes. Lower crime rate, lower unemployment rate, lower poverty rate, lower debt to GDP. These are things that a government can boast on. PNP could never. And will
You know, Kim, you know the new thing when me and them talk about now? When them say the crime rate gone down, them say I know Andrew make it up.
And I use the analogy, Chris, that Peter Badman Bunting stood on stage and said that the crime issue in Jamaica will need divine intervention, and God sent with Andrew Holness and he burned them.
That are the new talk now, you know. Say, I know the Prime Minister make the crime rate go down. So, I know the Prime Minister put in the commission, I know him deal with them people.
Chris, if you were following, there are only few PNPs that I allow on my live. And if you were following me in the election, Chris, we're up till hours. We're up till hours, Chris. Hours with the power life.
No, but
you understand?
Because
we had to make sure that Andrew Holness gets the third term. Some things that I heard, and now they are saying that the man went to Africa and signed a piece of paper to put chip in our hands to control us.
What?
What kind
of
we can't manage.
And that's how they reach now.
Madhouse production gone pan top.
Really Madhouse started. I really that's how they gone now. Every side they turn and find something else.
Yeah, whatever your name is, I'm going to block you. Go make some fake page and come back because you have about 9,000 followers. So I see that you have a platform. Don't look at Stripe over here. So go look it somewhere else. So 18 years of bondage, 18 and a half years of bondage versus 9 years of no new tax. I'll take that. I will take that.
Just love them, dog.
18 and a half years of living.
18 years and this man still have to try come fix the country. The country should have fixed already.
Come back because when I make me lose a brain cell every time I see you no comments. 18 years of bondage versus 9 years. Huh? Since you don't understand, when we took this country, when the Jamaica Labour Party took Jamaica, there was no money in the kitty for us. Big back. There was no money. Why do you think that crime was spiraling out of control? Was it because don't you see person start work, crime gone down?
And in the town.
Yeah. Factories are building. You don't understand. Cane workers, farmers get insurance underneath the Jamaica Labour Party. Rather give out white greenhouses, seedlings underneath the Jamaica Labour Party. Hundreds of thousands of persons were trained on how to do export and their farm products underneath the Jamaica Labour Party, my dear. Money Must Sugar Plantation is coming back underneath the Jamaican.
Them sell out everything in this country. Them sell out everything in this country and come and blame one man. One man I try to put back the country together. And he gonna put everything on the man back. So one to the next man they were together before.
Everything was sold underneath Percival James Pattison. Yeah. Portia Laquisha Simpson Miller told us about Jeep and Jeep don't start. The jalopy no start all now. Yeah? Excuse me? We're gonna have to blame now. We have 460 something less murders than what we had last year. Are you not reading? The World Bank organization is telling us that we're still even doing better.
But you know, like somebody in your car.
Huh? The IMF came to us. The IMF came to us. We never went to them. Countries are coming to us for case studies. Countries are asking how did Jamaica do it? How did we bounce back? One more.
Boy.
Stop now. We did not make promise. Party said that person's income, we call that something that we get every week. What them call it something? The minimum wage was $6,200. When the Jamaica Labour Party took back Jamaica, it is now at 16,000 per week.
And it's soon gone up too.
And I can guarantee you that the government promised us at 32,000 livable wages over the next 5 years. And it is going to happen.
Of course, he's not going to keep him. He is a man of his word.
Because if Andrew Holness can still give every student loan bureau person, Chris, money on their student loan, he must can keep him words to put the minimum wage at 18,500 this budget.
Yeah, bro. And then
it goes up again the next budget and the other budget. Do you think Jamaica is going to take long to bounce back from Melissa? Hell no.
So, and it's going to be better too.
Do you think that Dr. Nigel Clark is not saying to Andrew from a distance, yo bro, rule screw? Because financially the two powerhouse of the financial sector, Honorable Favour Williams and Honorable Dr. Nigel Clark, is two one of the most powerful finance minister Jamaica has ever gotten. Don't.
So where them people are come from?
Let us remember that when Peter Phillips was taxing how the tax of the ATM machine, since y'all want to go there, who taxed the ATM? Honorable Peter Phillips. Who did it?
But I feed them party do all of the garbage, you know. And they want to throw everything on the one man.
Power tap my side. You guys are sacrificing a man that was born and bred for a man that we don't know where he's from. I don't even want to talk about Samuda. I don't even want to talk about the water boss. I don't even want to go with the environment minister, DJ Potter.
Kev, stop the Kev.
I don't. Because if we should go ahead, Mr. Potter, and talk about Mr. Samuda, who is now the new elected president of a world organization, then we have got to take 30 minutes and big him up because him is a big deal.
I mean, big up yourself.
The IMF started counting Dr. Nigel Clark and took Dr. Nigel Clark from us. And I won't even leave out the health minister out of this. Because Dr. Tufton has proven to us time and time again that he is a boss, very boss, as it relates to the health ministry. But we sit and we vote for Swampy G and we support Swampy. A man that gave Bahamas money and Jamaica nothing. A man that says a swamp land on for go live pan. When climate change is telling us it's not possible. Climate change is saying to dump up a slum one is going to cost trillions of dollars, not billions. And then to turn that very same swamp land and start building 500,000 houses within 5 years, it's not possible. Let us ask the question, ladies and gentlemen, who really cares for Jamaica? Is it Angela Brown Tito live back to, where people are doing in a plastic bag? Or is Andrew Holness that says, I want my people to live in proper homes?
Consequences.
Guys,
Yeah, consequences are the worst consequences. Me drive there today and I tell you how the road is so bad. You wonder if them people have an MP. Because I would never give that
development that was the Porsche housing development that was to go to back to from the devil was a boy. A long time me hear about it. And if DJ Potter in the comment, him can come and say it's long time. I don't know where hear about that. That development the Porsche Simpson housing development chat is a development that has been talked about For years, on top of years. And every time them win, the housing development are going to start. It's in the pipeline, even now. It's been in the pipeline. No, you can't even ask Mrs. Miller about it anymore because unfortunately she suffers from dementia. Sad news. Me not go clout over that. That are not nothing for that are not rejoicement.
I PMP them put too much
you don't rejoice over sickness.
So they stress.
Yesterday was
I say no, I told PMP them. I PMP
put them stress the woman must know one member them.
Power top team.
Yesterday was her birthday.
You don't see them by a birthday cake you go give her. Them
You never see them post yesterday. So boy go look for it.
And I give it to her. Namesake. Me give to her for being the first female prime minister of the country. I give it to her for reaching that high level in society in the country.
You see, for all them wicked, husband no one, none of them come near again. All them wicked. If you be them wicked, Portia Simpson Miller husband no one, none of them come my gate. None of them.
That the party they not like woman, period. Them not like woman. Look how them do the woman. I push, me see them I push up the woman and St. Elizabeth and the one a Moby. They might try to push up them two woman there to say yeah. But them don't like no woman.
Hold on guys, hold on. Let's give her crown. Miss Miller, take your crown. Mama P, take your crown. Thank you for the gifts. Take your crown like for being one of the best. For being a female prime minister and climbing to the highest rank.
Then two women there, I use the two women them. You see them all a combo, them a ball. I use the two women them, you see them.
Man, them they not reach nowhere.
I use the woman them to make people sorry for them. They not like no woman in a them party. You see them, they are use woman them body for ball. To make people sorry for them.
Hold on, Bless.
Nah, sorry for them.
In the election, Mr. Ian Ailes ran with price increase, price gouge, $1,800 for saltfish. Yet still, we can't find Mr. Ian Ailes at this present moment in our nation's economy to tell us what the $10 million did that he got for his constituency. And to you, hero or whatever you want to name, you're sitting in here defending the PNP that is saying to us, the Jamaican people, that we should not lend JPS $150 million US, which is going to be 24 billion Jamaican dollar, to put the restoration of the light faster. But wait, that's who you are defending, sir, ma'am, shim, him, whatever you be, because you don't have up no picture, so I don't know if you're a man or you're a woman, or you probably both of them, or you probably go the wrong way.
Put P99.
Right? They're saying that Jamaica should not lend the JPS this money, and we should wait until JPS can come up with the money. Meaning if JPS is only able to come up, since you're defending them so much, come up with their money 7 years from now, that's when they will get light. Okay.
Learn to go to the sword.
You're also defending the party that the party leader, Mark Golden, said that Jamaica can wait on some of the restoration process to start and make us make some money first. Not knowing that if we don't get light and water, we can't make no money as a leader. Okay. As a leader,
44 guys, everything good.
As a leader, the man that says the economy needs to start growing back is telling us to still wait on money. As a leader, my dear, that's who we are defending, you know, to come to the country. Or it will come if we not open up back the things that needs to be opened. How is it going to come if power isn't restored to areas that needs it? How is it going to happen if the areas that have tourism don't open up back. Now, would it fair to say that if these places continue to be low without light and water, eventually the crime rate is going to spike back? Eh? Because logically speaking, these people can't work. They have no light. They're miserable. So they're just gonna start the foolishness. Right? Because I went without light for 2 weeks after Hurricane Melissa. And there's a bottom section of my community got light yesterday. And I live in an area where I think light should have been restored long time. But it was yesterday. The same people that only know want to Jamaica came and give them light.
Number one spot to
yeah.
If you say about that, supposed to give me one good leader, I get a line, I get a good leader.
So that's who you are defending, right? You're also defending a party that has Dr. Ian Ailes, Dr. Dawes, that said, what are we sacrificing to lend JPS this money? What are we giving up? But let's be for real. If it means that we have to give up all the trees in Jamaica, so the persons in Jamaica can get light, isn't that a fair deal? What do you mean sacrifice, Mr. Dawes? Because there are sections in Portmore I hear that don't have light. Mosquitoes kill them over there. So Mr. Dawes, when you ask what are we sacrificing, what are we giving up? When you ask that question, that uncaring question, was that for the poor people of Jamaica that the People Cause My Party campaign on? I'm just asking the question, team. Was it the poor people? Was it for the poor people, Mr. Dawes? Because honestly, I cannot call you a doctor. Because you say you're a doctor, but you're an uncaring person, sir.
You know, rules are military.
To have made a statement like that, to have asked what are we sacrificing? If it means we have to sacrifice the answers in the Jamaica, it's sacrificing anything so persons can get back light. You're a doctor, sir. So that should not have come out of your mouth. Because you know if light goes on someone doing a surgery, what can happen? You also know that if the gas run out on the generator for somebody doing a surgery, what can happen? That person can survive the surgery and then turn on and sue the government. And since it's enough rubbish for today, I'm going to block you now. Alright. So you get a little time. Goodbye now. Enjoy the rest of your life. You can build a page and come back. Because when persons are talking the truth, it's called rubbish. Huh?
Like fix it, yo, me FIFA play bad song, man.
The persons that are in Portmore that may not have light, mosquito is basically unaliving them because of them ears. But you ask a question, what are we sacrificing, Dr. Dawes? And as a person that has grown up in the hospital, right, Sandra? I grew up in the hospital.
That man is no good. He used to be my thyroid doctor. He's no damn good. I just don't want to go there. And this thing, you know, he's no good.
And I could go there with Dr. Campbell as well, because he's also no good. So who really care for Jamaica? Is it the People's Nasty Party that says that we should wait? Or is it Andrew Holness that says anything that we need to do so the people can get back their life up and running, we're going to do it? Dr. Dawes, you came into Parliament with a question that nobody should have ever asked out of their mouth. Not a human being should have ever asked that question, sir. I hope the persons that are coming to your practice stop. I hope the person that you are being a doctor to realize that you're not a caring doctor, sir.
He's not.
Because, sir, you have a backup plan. Mr. Dawes. And your black upon is you being a doctor, a member of parliament and a doctor. You can stop being a member of parliament and go be a doctor. Or you can stop being a doctor and be a full-time member of parliament. Whatever case it is, but you have a backup plan, but your heart is dirty, sir.
Like the regular, I slaughter you, man, believe.
Who really cares for Jamaica? Is it the man that says wait, or is the man that says me go climb the maca tree phone right now? Is it Andrew Holness that is saying Jamaican people me go go no welfare card, so they have to turn up in a line? Or is it Angela Bernberg that says when the welfare card go out and why people in a fair hometown can't get it? Was she cut hurt by the storm?
So how evil them get break?
She should go fix the road them in her constituency. She not say road them turn down there. Road is a disgrace. I something them want to talk about, man, with the Prime Minister. Them want the man to wait. And then now them are going to say, how long the Prime Minister take for you no light? I something them want to have to talk about. So when the Prime Minister follow them and not making people them get light, them have something to say. The Prime Minister don't this, that. Because you see there, you're so long you take for you no back light, and them thing that them want to talk. So them not want the man to do the right thing, because them want to have something to complain about. Them people there is a waste, is a disgrace to this country.
Brother, what? Nah, bro, that I hear that when we get a while over dog. Yo, me never, ain't no way, dog. When you do it, this look good,
that's all I don't want to do, talk bad against the Prime Minister. He might put chip in our hand.
If the people them wise up, them would see say the MP them not like them. Because there's no way. You shouldn't worry about JPS or our money. You shouldn't glad say the light a come back. Them not love the people them, and the people them is so fool they can't even see that. Them can't see that. Why your MP would not object to those type of stuff? Eh? And it's something good. Them not like them.
Okay, I will get it. Yes,
Ian Ailes made a TikTok video and he turned off the comment section about the old JPS thing. And when he turned off the comment section, the video was being reposted and shared, and my gonna need some comment section, and somebody said, then you sit down and chat for 3 minutes and it don't make no sense.
Bro, come and say, bro, like,
I believe that everybody in the People's Nasty Party, when they open their mouth to talk, they don't think before they talk. I honestly believe that. Yeah. 6. That's what I honestly believe, guys. One of them sent me a message the other day. I think I blocked that person and deleted the chat. And the person said, what can we do to shut you up? Basically. And they continues to say, you're talking about the good things too much. But I don't have the time to run up and down with these people, namesake, and I report. I don't have the time. Somebody just block, delete, and go through with my life. You understand? Because until the day I die, all when me a Christian, all when I go baptize God church, I still go open my platform. Once Andrew Holness no ban TikTok, and I go talk about the Prime Minister. The only time I will not come like this when I have things to do or there's somewhere, but I have to talk about the good work. We have to talk about it. We have to spread it. Because we will not stop 2030 there right there, so because might as well miss it with 2026 done already and it not start yet. So until the day I die, my people, they can shut me up. That's the only way. No other way. Jeremy, I'm gonna send you a message. Remind me. Yeah?
You heard
because
him, right?
nobody is talking about how we not see these people, and the only time we see them is when they want money. Huh? Money to do what? To go in your home town and go cut ribbon? Might as well keep the money in our pocket because we are fixed for no constituency by ourselves. That's what I
to the
see.
money? What happened to the money where for them leader collect? What about that money?
Oh,
Yo, Mr. Jerry, may I go text you and send you a message?
Same question me keep on ask.
What about that money?
Those
and
to
that not talking about it.
Let me ask you something. Them can't help the people without calling for the government. Them can't do it.
But they get money. They collect money.
No, but everything them want. May I say, them can't do nothing at all without getting something from the Prime Minister. Because before election, you hear how much money in a fund put on for help people. So what happened to those money? I done it done already?
You have to understand that the People's Nasty Party thought they would have won the election. Rick Trigger Walker.
So fast with their money done?
I'm going to say this to you. They thought they would have won the election, so every money that they had put on one side. You know when you want some old post or old purse, and you know when you got town, you put some this so. And you say, alright, the one with another breast, I may not touch it. Me I carry this back home. But you spend out the one in that breast and the one on the other side.
Really,
right? And the other side. You probably spend out a little piece so you put in your pants too. Because remember saying I want the money all over the place. Cool? You know just a spend a go west and I realize till you have to end up touching one over the breast here. And that is what the People's Nasty Party did with their money. Them going to every constituency to buy the election so bad. Because, listen, you think they never taste the victory? You think they never smell the victory? You think they never feel the victory? Oh God, man, no, them win long time. Huh?
Yeah.
Based on how they were acting, they won the election by a landslide. Yeah?
Yeah, because to them, for Andrew win, it have to rig. I saw them look on it, you know. In order for Andrew win, it must rig.
And they
so
have
them
the
must
people them in a them pocket, Jerry. Me want to answer them to the 10 million too. Miss Justice.
Me want know.
Exactly.
They have
and the money where they
more than 10 million. Them get more than 10 million. Them get water money. So where all of these money where
in
go?
Parliament, Andrew Holness said the audit report is going to be done, and Andrew stated in Parliament that we're going to know who get more than who. Meaning the People's Nasty Party people and members get more than the Jamaica Labour Party MP them. Anyway,
yes.
Guys, let me say this. The People's Nasty Party was so confident in winning the election. I mean confident book. Me I gotta tell you something, you know. Yeah man, no problem. Back on, me I tell you something, you know. Me have some talk with some PNP people, you know. I'm gonna tell you something, you know, people. Hey! Them win the election, brother. One of them look at me and say, go on, yeah, you can do live. Right, Papi, I'm a friend. Never cuss we are cuss. But we win this already, and I know that because me get it from good source, said the election don't win. Right. When the police and the soldier voted, they came out and they were literally celebrating the victory.
No, I think that dog. You see me, I said that I requesting after this talk. No,
They were celebrating the victory.
I requesting after this talk.
Why? Because them win.
After this, you can't use the
Yep.
FDY the dog. You feel me, I said dog. So the whole time,
Yep.
what you doing custom the whole time? Hold on, I don't know.
Yeah, shock when the news come.
What you say?
When I saw Juliet won East River St. Andrew, I said, all right, lock off the dance.
Prime, what you say?
Literally, that's what I said.
Yeah, bro, I want to.
I just said lock off the dance.
Yes.
Because there's no way that we cannot call East River St. Andrew and expect the Krasmite them to win the election. You crazy? They were so confident that them spent every single dollar that they had.
Oh boy.
They were so confident because they thought they bought Ishi and the old lady.
I know they want the Prime Minister seat.
I know they want back all of these monies. Paul Buchanan is running up and down stating that, oh, Andrew Holness not in the seat and I spend money. Till them ask Satan Scramble for step down. Yep, from being the general secretary.
Let them spend more.
And that's why I can tell you something, guys. When you notice when them come over here, they come with your this or your that, whatever. I've yet to find somebody that can come and confidently say that the Jamaica Labour Party is not doing a good job.
Them just not like the man. And to them not like the man, them just can't see nothing at all. Them blind to everything.
We don't need to come over here and look clout or try to be, yeah? None of that.
Yo, nah,
we don't need that. What I do is I leave everybody to look and see. Right now, me wish me that work in a one government entity to get the 200,000 tax break. Yeah. I'm gonna dig up all of my friends when I know and tell them so them Christmas are go nice, so me I want a change. Yeah. Every time you see the Krasmite, then them a fight, them a cuss.
Yeah, so much likes me I get from my birthday. So much likes.
But we're getting there, team. Team, I'm going. Yeah. I do something to eat. I might come back because. Yeah, I do something to eat. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get me some food. I'm gonna want to hear the Pernell Chats interview over Neighbor. So I want you all to go over by Hello Neighbor. Check that out. I'm in the process of trying to get my MP on my show. So look out for that. Anyways, may I look food. I might come back after Pernell Charles done talk. I might come back to my live. Okay, guys. But I want to go support Neighbor.
Cash premium.